You are now in the arena. Welcome to Gridiron presented by Underdog. My name is Kinsey. Oh, whoop, whoop. And I missed you guys on Thursday. I was in New York hosting for the Ryder Cup, and let me tell you, I got to watch the U.S. lose to Europe. I could have just stayed here and watched Aqib lose to a debate with Skip. It would have been more fun.
I want, mind you, Kinsey, I was striking gold. Everything I said, it happened.
You know, I wasn't there, so I don't know. You're going to have to prove me today. But joining me today, I have, of course, one of the most prolific figures in the history of sports media and the man who has never lost a debate, Skip Bayless. Super Bowl champion, 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro cornerback, Aqib Talib. And then joining us today, we've got the 4-time Pro Bowler, the man that you will not, the man you want having your back at all times, and the guy I think who has the coolest last name I've actually ever heard in my life, Richie Incognito.
Yes.
Then we got All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle, one of the most disruptive D tackles of his generation, Gerald, McCoy.
So, Kinsey, before you go any further, you were striking gold. I don't think you struck gold last night.
I'm pretty sure you struck with a Micah Parsons jersey.
Wait. I said the Chiefs was going to win.
You was right.
Whoop that ass.
They beat the brakes off the board.
I said the Eagles was going to win. Whoop that ass.
Whoa. They won.
They whooped that ass.
They
Wait
won.
a second. Keep going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
I said Jaxson Dart was going to struggle.
Okay.
Wrong.
Jesse
Mitchell's defense.
Struggle?
I don't know.
I said he was going to struggle.
And you said
3 or 4 turnovers.
You said the Packers are going to whip that ass last night. I don't think that happened. I don't think that happened. Oh, come on, man.
They ain't lose, Skip.
I thought it was going to be a 4-touchdown game. I thought Micah was going to have 6 sacks.
I ain't say 6. I said he's going to leave his footprint on the game.
So let me
I didn't see a footprint.
I didn't
Did he not save the game, Skip?
He said 2 sacks.
He saved the game, though, with 1 sack.
He did not. I can't wait. I can't wait for that.
Let me say this.
Come on,
in the NFL's pass rushers, we're taught just win 70% of your rushes. You won 70% of what
He won
you said. No, you won 70% of what you said.
Exactly.
That's a win.
75, 80.
See, you pushed
75, 80. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was a couple holes out there they could have called on Parsons that they didn't call. You know how that shit go. Jerry.
I thought you were a Cowboy fan.
I am.
I know.
But right here, I'm a fan of Aqib Talib's word.
That's how it works.
Right.
I just want that shit to be right.
All I know is I watched all the clips and I said, Aqib is in a Parsons jersey right now. That's not a Dallas fan. I don't know.
Yeah, that was my practical
for me.
joke for Skip last week.
Well, let's get us all paid, okay? This episode is presented by Underdog, and if you are new to Underdog, today's the day. Get $100 in bonus funds when you play just $5 with code GRID, win or lose. And for today only, Underdog is hooking everyone up with a Bo Nix gimme pick. And new customers get 2 gimme picks. So Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including Georgia, Texas, and Missouri. So go support the show. Go support us. Use code GRID. Now, we have got a packed show today. I love Mondays. We got Jaxson Dart beat the Chargers. Crazy. Cowboys and Packers tie. 4 hours last night. That was a game. And the Ravens start the season 1-3. So we have so much to talk about. But first, I think we should get into Jaxson Dart because this is a big topic right now. Rookie Jaxson Dart gets his debut. The Giants beat the Chargers for the first time since 1988. That's crazy.
Wow. That's
Dart,
crazy.
111 yards. 54 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and I know they don't have a ton of film on him yet, obviously, but he was darting around.
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed. Skip, Jaxson Dart, give me a letter grade.
I said he would play pretty well as opposed to the man directly across over there from me. And he did play pretty well, so that was against a top 5 Chargers defense that you thought would eat him alive. I don't think it ate him alive, and I'm going to give him an A- for his first ever start getting thrown into the fire. He did win the football game. It was 21-18, and he did so after losing a top 10 receiver, a kid who's emerged as a star in this league, Malik Neighbors. He lost him with 6:18 left in the second quarter. which for me was so New York Football Giants. It was such good news and then such really, really bad news that just took the life out of it, took the heart out of it. Jaxson Dart gave him that early jolt of positive energy with that 15-yard run for a touchdown. And then they lose Malik Neighbors for the season to a torn ACL on a slightly underthrown ball that he tried to come back for. And it was just freaky. You guys seen these things. It's just freaky. He's come down like that a million times in his life, and he hit wrong, and that was the end of that. But the best thing Jaxson Dart did yesterday was what he did not do. He did not turn the football over one time. So you got to give him that, because most people thought that Jesse Minter's defense would turn him into a turnover nightmare in this game, and it was dumbed down. I thought Dayball got arch conservative with him, so his passing numbers are not very impressive because he's 13 of 20 for only 111 yards. But he did throw a TD pass, and he did run 10 times for 54 yards, including that 15-yarder for the early touchdown. And he did have a better quarterback QBR than Justin Herbert did. It was 44 for Jaxson to 40 for Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert did throw, here we go again, the all-world Justin Herbert, who I don't believe in and I don't trust. He did throw 2 crucial picks that were key turning point moments in that game. So in the end, Jaxson Dart won the football game against a really good undefeated football team. So I'm going A-. What do you think?
Let me check my notes.
Yeah.
I give it to him. He had a great opening drive. He made about 3 nice throws on that opening drive. He was great on third down. He used his legs a bunch. He used his legs all day long. Used the hell out of his legs. Most importantly, he got the win, right? So you do those things, man. You got to be a B or above if you get the win and you good on third down. You come out the game, opening drive. So I gave him a B. But this Chargers team was a damn step slow all day.
Yep.
They had that 5-hour flight on their ass. And I'm telling you, you're going to hear me say it all season. Teams who take that 5-hour flight, you're just not the same team. And that Chargers team who pulled up, that wasn't the same team. And I will say the Giants team, they damn rallied around. They rallied behind that boy. The D-line went crazy.
They did.
Really?
They got 20-plus pressures.
Yep.
The O-line was super physical. Scatterboo went crazy.
He did.
So if they ran the ball like that D-line play like that, shit, Russell could win them games. You know what I'm saying? I think Russell could have got it done. To be honest, I think Russell could. If you run the ball like that, defense play, get that many, bro. Jameis could have won that game. You know what I'm saying?
Coulda.
So I give him a B. I didn't like. He held the ball a lot. I thought when it was past time, he held the ball. He took 6 sacks. He wasn't accurate downfield. 5 or 6.
Yeah. All right, 5 or 6.
Depending on who, depending on.
It's his first game.
Yeah.
I get it, but we just grading you off your first game. You know what I'm saying?
But he
Took 5 or 6 sacks.
He had been coached to death. Don't turn the football over. Don't make a mistake. Don't make a
feel
bad
that.
throw.
He looked like it. He looked like a running back / quarterback playing quarterback.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think you can sustain that type of play.
Yep.
All season. I don't know, because I seen him talking to the doctor one time. He went to the sideline. Doctor was looking like, bro, it's the NFL. You keep running like that, somebody gonna come sleep you now.
That's right.
It's just the nature of the business. You know what I'm saying? So I give him a B, man. I think the team helped them get that B. Yeah. But great start, Jaxson. I ain't really like it, because I like my quarterback to play quarterback and not running back. But you win the game. Yeah, I'm saying your numbers is solid. I give you a B.
Well, what do you see for the future of the Giants right now this season?
I think they trash. I don't think they're gonna do too much with Jaxson Dart. Trash. I don't think they're gonna do too much with Jaxson Dart. I mean, they lost their best player now. I love how Scatterboo. Now Scatterboo, that's who we should be talking about. That's a damn player right there. Yeah. He a dog, man. He remind me of my college running back Brandon McAnderson. I promise you, just a dog. Whatever it take to get done.
Whatever happened to Brandon McAnderson?
B-Mac doing media in Lawrence, Kansas right now, man. He's doing media, calling games and stuff, man. He's doing his thing, man.
Okay.
So he's still in it. He's still in the football world. So
good for him.
Scatterboo remind me a lot of him, man. He in the backflip he hit after he scored at the 2.
Hey,
freakish athlete.
He was
freaky athlete. I get that backflip an A+ now.
Yeah.
For real. That's what we should be talking about, but.
Yeah, I mean, we're calling out things that we called last week. I called it. I called Jaxson Dart. The league officially has another superstar.
Oh, God. Wait.
Superstar?
I'm gonna let you go. Listen, I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm glad you said that.
I love the juice. I love the momentum. I loved everything about that first drive. That short run for him, for the touchdown, that design run for him, it gave the entire team juice. And what the Giants were able to do yesterday was play complementary football. Yep. They got the run game going. Scatabo is a train rolling downhill.
Oh.
Dart was making plays on third down. You know, when you can scramble like that on third down, well, that's the defensive guys. I mean, that just guts the defense. You're dropping back, you're playing coverage, you're relying on that front to get some pressure on him, and he just takes off and gets that first down. That was crucial. I talked to my boy Jermaine, the right tackle of the Giants, after the game, and he said Jesse Minter threw a lot at him. He said they were giving him crazy looks. The run game, they wanted to get Scatabo going because, again, more juice, more momentum. And it was physical up front. Jermaine was hurting after the game. He said that was physical. I'm going to go B+. He was calm under fire. That's a tough defense to start with. Jesse Minter and those guys are top-notch. They're playing well. I do believe the 5-hour flight has a lot to do with it. Playing for a West Coast team for the Raiders, those East Coast trips, they start to take their toll. Mm-hmm. I think just what limited him a little bit was he took 5 sacks, he held the ball a little bit, and then once Neighbors went down, he wasn't able to really take some shots down there. He was trying early. He was throwing that thing up to Neighbors. But taking the sacks, not pushing the ball down the field, I think that limited him to a B+.
Go, Gerald.
I'm with Skip. I gave him an A-. I gave him an A- because, one, I was with Aqib with what I thought was going to happen. When you're facing a defense that has done what they've done up to this point and who they've done it to, you know, the way they had Patrick Mahomes all over the place, and they lit Geno up, had Geno turning the ball over. So now you have a rookie. You played a lot of football in this league. As a defensive player, you love playing rookies because you throw a lot at them. You know that they're going to struggle to handle a lot. What you don't expect from a rookie facing that defense is to start the game with a 90-yard touchdown drive. Mm-hmm. That's what he did. Skip, you talked about he lost a top 10 wide receiver at 6:18 in the second quarter. Mm-hmm. The very next play was 3rd and 10. He picked it up.
He did.
Mm-hmm. You lost your number 1 wide receiver in the very next play on 3rd down. He picked it up. On 3rd down, like Aqib said, all across the whole game, they were 7 of 15.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
6 of them came from him. 3 completions through the air.
That's good. Yeah.
3 on the ground.
They went and got points on that drive after they lost.
They got 3 points. That is phenomenal for a rookie. His toughness. We talk about Scatterboo. One of those 3rd downs, he took the ball and he met the DB in the hole. Bomb. Bounced off him, ran back across the formation and went and picked up the 1st down. Before the season, I said that he's going to electrify this group. He's going to electrify this city, and that's exactly what's happening. Last week I talked about the players guy versus the coaches guy. And the players guy, you've seen what he did for this team. But Brian Daboll said something which is very key when you talk about a quarterback. On the touchdown, the shovel pass, the touchdown he threw to Theo Johnson, he said that Jaxson Dart came to him in the locker room and said, hey, you know we changed it up. So they had the play ran a certain way. He said Jaxson had talked to Theo and said, hey, when we go into formation and the play starts, I want you to sit. If they flow too much, I want you to sit down. I'm going to get you the ball. That's not how the play was drawn up. This is a rookie that's going to his guy and saying, this is what we're going to do. He's making these types of decisions facing that defense. To have that confidence to make that decision versus that defense and what he did, that gets you an A in this situation. This is just for yesterday, this situation. He did what was necessary to win. Mm-hmm. He didn't turn the ball over where the other guy did turn the ball over. And finally, I'm with you. He's going to be a superstar. I said before the season.
Let's go.
Super. I said before
That's a big word, super.
I
Superstar,
said before
baby.
the season
Wow.
that this guy before the year's up, is going to be dating some celebrity,
All right.
music artist or movie star, whatever. When I talk about the New York Lights and I say it's not for everybody and I said this kid is built for it, the audacity of this kid to be asked, who is your celebrity crush? He said Madison Beer. Do you know what Madison Beer is? That is Justin Herbert's girlfriend.
That's Herbert's girl.
He posted Justin Herbert's girlfriend this week and then went and beat him.
Wow.
That's the guy you want
the guy.
for the New York Football
right.
Giants
Yes.
with the lights on. He have everything necessary to be a superstar in this league. We have to allow him grace. He's still a rookie. That's why he held the ball and took all those sacks. But for yesterday's performance, for losing your number one, everybody needs that guy. They just need somebody I need somebody to go to. That got taken away from him in the second quarter. This is a defense that had only given up 4 touchdowns. 4. And they scored 21 points yesterday. This is an A- because of all the things y'all talked about performing for me.
Okay. I like Jaxson Dart, but I haven't said superstar. I love
Please
Jaxson
don't,
Dart
Skip.
because I told you guys the other day, he's the quarterback version of Scatterboo. He's a dog too. He will run the football. But to your point, how long can you last in this league playing Scatterboo quarterback, trying to run over people?
Right.
Because you got to show me you can throw the football at a superstar level. And
Yeah.
I watched him a lot at Ole Miss. And again, he started for 3 years for Lane Kiffin after being a big recruit for USC out here. But I'm not sure he's the thrower of the football that you're going to superstar level with.
Is Jalen Hurts a superstar?
No,
Yeah,
but he's-
Jalen Hurts got Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Is he a superstar?
Yes, because he got
Okay,
Super Bowl
but I'm
appearances
basing-
and
I'm
Super
basing-
Bowls.
But Skip said he's not a great thrower of the foot. Neither is Jalen Hurts. He's a superstar.
How
Okay,
is Jalen
but-
Hurts not a great thrower of the football? And in the Super Bowl, he looked like damn Joe Montana.
That don't make you a great thrower of the football.
Yes, it
though.
do. If
No, it
you get
don't.
on the biggest
No, it
stage
don't.
in football
That
and
doesn't
you look
make
like
you
damn
a
Joe
great-
Montana,
that
you have
doesn't-
become a great thrower of the football.
Jalen Hurts, I'm not downgrading him at all. He is a superstar.
But you are.
But that doesn't make you a great thrower of the football.
But
That's
well,
not what
Yesterday,
that means.
Jaxson Dart, he got a
I don't think
Dexter
Troy
Lawrence.
Aikman was a great thrower of the football.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
But
what
he's
he-
Troy Aikman.
Okay,
that's
but he
nuts.
was deadly accurate.
Yeah,
Troy
that's-
was deadly
If
accurate.
you say Troy Aikman a great thrower of the football, then
Because
me and you
what
got
we're
totally
engaging,
different definitions.
that's what I'm saying, and that's okay. But what I'm saying is Jalen Hurts is a superstar, but what makes him a superstar is his ability to play make. He can make the throws that's necessary when he makes them, but he not making Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen throws. He not making Aaron
but I've
Rodgers
seen him
throws,
do- I've
but
seen
he's
him do
making
that in
good
the
throws.
Let me defend the superstar comment. If you rewind to last week, Giants are 0-3. That seed for Dayball is getting hot. They went with Russ. They wanted Russ to kind of take the reins until Jaxson Dart was ready. 0-3, you start hearing the little stories coming out. Joe Shane is safe. Dayball's going to be out. Dayball spent 10 hours with Jaxson Dart on Tuesday going over film. I talked to my boy Jermaine, and he said you can feel it coming. Like you can feel it. You feel the swag. You feel the energy. I think he brought something to the Giants that they've been missing for years.
Yep.
That was playmaking ability. The rest of the guys on the team rallied around him. I was joking with Jermaine yesterday. I said, you better get your conditioning up because you got to chase that guy down the field. You got to protect your guy because right now it all goes through him. He might be limited without Neighbors this year, but I really like what I saw with him and Scatabo. And then on top of that, you add in no turnovers. I'll take the 5 sacks if you don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
If you turn the ball over in that situation, that was such a tight game coming down to the end. One turnover could have flipped that game for the Giants, but he's here. It's now. Let's go.
And we're forgetting on that 4th down, he tried to run for it on 3rd down. He got stopped. The 4th down, he pulled it, made a play. He put it right in the receiver's hands to ice the game, and he dropped it.
No, he ain't drop it. The defensive back made an excellent play. The defensive back broke the shit up. Now
But you got
DB
That's
we live in the NFL too.
That's DB talk.
We live in the NFL.
He put it
too
right
now.
in the receiver's hand.
He did. He did a nice little Tebow dump pass.
But we're
and the
talking
shit
about.
got broke up.
But did Jaxson make the play?
Hell no, he ain't make it. Because maybe if you would have threw the damn ball, he could have caught
So
it right
that play
here.
where he put it right in the receiver's hands is on Jaxson?
I ain't saying it's on
the receiver?
Jaxson, but
that's all I'm saying.
It's on the DB who
He
broke
put it right
up.
in his hands though.
The
So
DB broke it up.
If he catches that,
All right, so
now we got another touchdown.
All right, so let's go here. He had a great opening drive. All right.
Right.
The next touchdown was a 1-yard drive. the next field goal was off another turnover, a 20-yard drive. Like, bro, his touchdown pass was underhand. Like, bro, we can't superstar tap
What
that
was
shit.
Jalen's?
Don't step that shit with no superstar.
Yesterday? What
Shovel
was Jalen's
pass.
2 touchdowns yesterday?
Shovel pass.
They was 2 Ds, right?
But look, what you are talking about a guy who's been in the chip since he got to the league.
But you
They're
just-
not
you
in the
just-
same category,
you
man.
just tried to take away what his touchdown
but you
was,
tried to
but
take away-
Jalen had 2 doing the same thing.
But you trying to
And
take
they
away
won them the
Jalen
game.
Hurts. This is a guy who lives in the Super Bowl.
I
and the
didn't
guy who
take
got his
away.
first start.
I talked
Let's not
about his
compare them.
ability to throw.
Let's not
his
compare
ability
those guys.
to throw.
Let's not say Jaxson Dart and Jalen Hurts in the same sentence.
If we're talking about a single skill set, if I say he's really good and he's really good, he's just a better shooter, but they're both really good. You can say he's a better thrower of the football than him, or they're both not good throwers of the football. I'm saying Skip said I don't really see his throwing ability.
Right.
Jalen Hurts' throwing ability is not his highest attribute. That's all I'm saying. But he's still a superstar.
Okay,
Also,
but
you
when
can't
it's time
degrade,
for
you can't
Jalen to make a
downgrade.
throw, it's deadly accurate again.
And,
Last
and what
week-
year is Jalen in?
Last week he got down. He had to come throw the shit.
What year
He
is
was
Jalen
deadly
in?
accurate. He
You
threw that
just
bitch
said
everywhere.
You just said he'd been in 2 Super Bowls. He won one of them. Look at all the experience
won
he
the
got.
other
This
one.
kid has played 1 game. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's not compare them guys.
I'm talking about. He said he can't be a superstar because of his throwing ability, and I'm saying yes, you can, because Jalen Hurts is a superstar. He don't throw the ball great.
5 times yesterday. Drop back.
He's a
Motion.
rookie in his
Okay,
first
we got
game.
zone, snag. Ha, throw the snag. Bro, I could have done that. DeBoe could have put
He's
that
a
plan together
rookie
for me.
in his first game.
DeBoe
versus-
did a great job putting a vanilla plan together. I could have played
And you're
quarterback for the
saying,
Giants.
and you're saying,
if I could hand that bitch to Scatterbo.
now, question. You're saying
You
this
could
is
have played quarterback.
Hell
question.
yeah, I would have got a
You're
dub
saying-
yesterday, Kenzie.
You're saying all he did, but who did he do it versus? A defense you said was going to embarrass him.
A great
Yeah,
defense.
yeah, yeah. And
So
they
you can't go.
look
Look at what
he
he's
never
doing.
had the offense never got going. He never trailed. He never had to play quarterback. He got to play game manager yesterday because the defense played good, the offensive line played good, and the Chargers played shitty. So he never had to really play quarterback.
And
I think-
that's
you know what I'm
fine.
saying?
That's fine.
It's a lot of quarterbacks who can look that good.
We're not talking about
Yes, we are.
longevity or what he's done over 5 games. We're talking about yesterday and did he do his necessary?
And yesterday I gave him a B.
7
But I'm not going to
of
stamp him
15.
as no superstar from
No,
this
he
right.
said
Yeah, that's
future.
pretty-
I didn't say
Yeah.
he's a superstar. You said he could be a future superstar, right?
I think
that's all I'm saying.
crazy.
I think in New York right now it's been
It's
so
the
bad
media.
for so many years, right? The media is tough. He faced a good defense. He came out ahead. He used his legs. The definition of a great player is they make the guys around them better. And I think Jaxson Dart elevated everybody on that team
No
yesterday.
doubt. There's
That
no doubt.
offense had some juice. You're handing the ball to Scatterbo. There's a lot to take out of this
New and
game.
exciting. How long does that last? If he doesn't perform the
So
next
somebody
2
come
games,
flop
are
him
you
and you
getting
go to
this
sleep.
same energy from the
Right.
team?
Well, that's on them. That's on them in game planning. And now without Neighbors, that's huge. But that's them game planning. He's got to be smart, running the ball, design runs, scrambling. That one where he got loose for like the 50-yard run and he's throwing the stiff arm at the guy, that won't last.
What I'm saying is,
you have an
listen,
expiration date.
So
when
what
you
I'm
do
saying
that.
is, what we have right now is what we had yesterday. We cannot stamp him as a great quarterback, a great player. He's not a superstar currently.
No.
But what does he have? He has the ability to be, and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yesterday's grade, in a nutshell, is this one game. I'm grading off. What did he do? He took care of the ball.
Yep.
Let's start with the main thing. They got to win. They won.
The dub.
Yeah.
He did something that the other guy, who I still believe is a Hall of Famer, Russ, I still believe you're a Hall of Famer, but he did something that he didn't do. They won. That's one thing. Did he turn the ball over? No. The guy on the other side did.
He ain't have to.
That's 2. Win 3rd down. Did he do that? 6 of the 7 he picked up.
He did.
Yep.
Picked up 3rd down, and he closed the game out.
Okay.
And we understood that.
Yep.
It went A minus, A minus,
That's all
B
I'm
plus
saying.
B. So we got that covered.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
So we got that covered. But let's,
All right, and
let's
to-
take that superstar tag and keep that shit in our pocket.
Yeah, way in
We're
the back
not
pocket.
stamping him as a superstar.
Well,
He said he has
you're
the
predicting.
ability.
Yeah,
I'm
you are
saying he has the
predicting.
ability to be a
Predicting.
superstar. And if he don't, he don't. But
Okay.
what he have? Yes.
Okay.
And does the you in
to
the media?
Richie's point, I guarantee you the veterans on that team yesterday had way more fun playing for this kid
Yeah.
than they had playing for Russ.
No
Because
doubt.
they won, of course.
No doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did. And
they
you-
won.
And
Yeah.
you saw
It's always fun to
Russ come
win.
in the game for one snap, and what's Russ do? Take a bad sack. Take a bad sack. You know, he could have got the ball out. There was a little sliver for him to run through, but that's what they're missing. They're missing the juice. They're missing the momentum. And I guarantee this, They are going to sell a lot of Jaxson Dart New York Giants jerseys in New York.
I seen Jaxson Dart take 5 bad sacks yesterday.
My question
But he's playing against a great defense. We knew Jesse Minter was going to mix it up. They had the run game going a little bit. The fact that he didn't turn the ball over, that's the thing. He held the ball. He doesn't have neighbors.
You've been in the media, legend in the media. Can the media push you to superstar?
Sure.
That's
you got to start backing it up.
You take Jaxson Dart and put him in Tennessee. It's not the same, but he's a New York football giant. Man, you just had this conversation. I believe Aqib should have made more Pro Bowls and All Pros when he was in Tampa.
No doubt.
Unfortunately, he was in the Tampa market. Mike Evans, it took him tying Jerry Rice for the whole world to say, Mike Evans has been here this whole time. Right. That's all I'm saying. The media in the market, if he can play the way he's playing with the swag he got, and that media, he will get pushed to superstardom. That's all.
I will say
reality.
This. The media has already made a celebrity out of his mom because they showed her like every other player.
Right.
Seriously.
Right. He has the it factor, and it's all there. Now he's got to go out and prove it each week.
Yeah.
And can Jaxson Dart steal Justin Herbert's girl? That's what I'm wondering. Is that going to happen?
Herbert question.
Mr. Steal your girl.
That's a Justin Herbert question.
He kind of has that energy, Jaxson Dart. I'm like, I kind of see that for him. But so 60% of the chat is giving him a B. Okay, so pretty good. I was impressed with him. But let's move on. I know you hate Baker Mayfield.
No.
You love him. We always talk about it. Let's get to your favorite boy, Aqib. So slow start for Baker and the Bucs, and then third quarter throws a 72-yard touchdown to Bucky Irving. Looked really nice, but it wasn't enough. And Bucs get their first loss of the season. So, Aqib, did Baker Mayfield lose this game for the Bucs?
Go, Aqib.
Go.
You love it.
Do it.
I do not hate Baker Mayfield.
You do.
I don't hate Baker Mayfield.
What about the logo he wearing?
I don't hate the Bucs. They made me a millionaire. How can I hate you if you made me a millionaire?
But they didn't make you top 50 of all time.
Yeah, they left me out that top 50.
Yeah,
so,
Bucs, y'all bugging for that.
Hey, they tripped out. But did Baker lose this game? Nah, Baker ain't lose this game for the Bucs, man. The Bucs as a team, they got down early, and once you get down like that, it's a long shot. You know what I'm saying? So Baker played his game. He actually made 2 great throws to get him back in the game. 2 quick strikes to get him back in the game, keeping the play alive. Boom, quick strike. Keep the play alive again, quick strike. So I know he threw the pick late, but that's his game. That's what he do. He try to make stuff happen. And when you down that much, you got to try to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't think he lost the game. If I put the blame on anybody, I put it on Bucky. Shit, Bucky, you fumbled. They get the ball. They score a touchdown off of that. Now it's 31-13. Now with basically 2 minutes to go in the third. So basically it was 31-13 with 1 quarter left. Basically, that's a fucking long shot to win that game. You know what I'm saying? If Bucky don't fumble, maybe you keep it close. It's 23-13. Like you still got it close. Maybe that's a different ball game. 31-13, man, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to climb out of that hole. And I think Baker did a good job in leading his team. He just wasn't the clutchest guy in the league. He just wasn't it just wasn't enough, Skip. He played good, though.
Good, but not clutch. Go.
I'm with Aqib. There was a lot more factors why the Bucs lost. As I said before the game, the key to this game is going to be who gets the extra possessions. Philly got 2 extra possessions, and there's 3 phases to the game. We seeing an astronomical number of blocked punts and field goals this year. We just seeing it, but the third phase of the game matters. And the score 31-23, they scored a special teams touchdown. Bucky fumbled. Baker had an untimely mistake. My only thing with Baker is on 1st and 10, why? Why on 1st and 10? Like Aqib said, he was trying to make a play.
That's his game.
But to Keeb's point, it's just like the Aaron Rodgers factor. Cody sat here and he was like, yeah, you can't make that throw on 1st and 10 or what, but that's who Aaron Rodgers is. The thing we love about Baker these first 3 weeks is what he did on 1st and 10. He scrambled, move around, slide. You got to look at what he did. He took the snap, he slid up, slid right. He did everything right. Then he tried to make a play. That's Baker Mayfield. My only thing is it was 1st and 10, Baker. And what made 12, Tom Brady, who he was, is he knew the difference in good, really good, great, and Hall of Fame is even though that's you know when to do it. You know when to take that risk, when to take that chance. You can't do it every single time. And that's just who Baker is. But, like if you look at the Bucs, they won every facet of the game, but you got to protect the ball. You got to take care of the ball. And this is, again, and this is, they didn't win special teams.
But
this is why I said Philly, when we were talking about the best team in the league, this is why I said Philly is still number one to me, because they find ways to win. It does not matter. They find ways to win. No, Jalen didn't do whatever he didn't do in the second half. We're going to talk about the wide receivers and Saquon not being whatever he was. He's not going to rush for 2,000 yards. But the special teams won them 2 games back-to-back weeks. The defense played lights out. Jalen said, if our defense don't play like that today, we don't win this game. And that's what comes with being a complete team. So Baker didn't lose the game, but that untimely pick, it sucked, man. Yeah.
I don't think he lost the game for him. He had a couple contributed plays that ultimately was their demise, but they got down early. You're playing behind a very, very good team, and you're down big points early. So that caused them to press, kind of come out of their game plan a little bit. Baker Magic, he is the first modern era quarterback to lead his team to last-minute victories in 3 consecutive games.
Yeah.
So this is Baker Magic. This is the Baker experience, right? You rode him in those 3 games. He made some mistakes, but you ultimately got the win. I think with Tampa's defense kept him in the game. They shut down Jalen Hurts in that second half.
Yeah.
It just felt like they were playing catch-up, and then the turnover on first down, that's no bueno.
You can't
but you have those 2 deep shots that keep him in the game, and then you have that INT. I think that's the Baker experience. You don't want Baker pressing. You want Baker throwing with rhythm and timing, making plays, getting the ball to the playmakers, having those guys make plays. And I think special teams and the rest of the team kind of let him down.
I'm about to defend Baker Mayfield, even on one point that you 3 made. And I'll just go right there. So it's 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. And to Gerald's point, he escapes and he escapes and he escapes again. It was a hellacious escape. And he's rolling hard right, and he makes a throw that Blankenship is coming as, I don't know if he was spying him, but Blankenship's coming up strong from safety and tips the pass. Don't tell me it was a bad idea and a bad throw.
Right.
The ball got tipped after it traveled maybe 2 or 3 yards in the air, because Blankenship just comes flying and nicks it with his fingertips, and it changes direction. Baker is not that inaccurate of a thrower, because it looks like it just goes into green traffic. It goes right to Jihad Campbell, who picks it off because it kind of caught him. It just hits him right in the breadbasket. He's trying to get it to Chris Godwin at the back of the end zone, and the ball just gets misdirected. So I'm not going to hang that. I mean, it's unfortunate,
right.
And Tom Brady doesn't do those kind of things because he's going to make sure he gets the ball away without it getting tipped. But you're trying to make a play. You're down 31-23, and you have led a ridiculous comeback against the defending champs, because you're down 24-3 late second quarter. And from that point on in the game, you beat the defending champs 22-7 to the end of the game. So you brought them back that far, and you did make the 2 big throws. They were breathtakers, man. They were sweet. And there are very few quarterbacks in this league capable of making the 2 throws that Baker made for a 77-yard touchdown and a 72-yard touchdown to get them back in the game. Now let's go back to the start of the game. On the first 2 possessions, and I love Ibuka, I just do, but he will drop passes. On the first 2 possessions, and again, I admit I'm rooting for Baker, but Ibuka drops a 3rd down throw that was right there, and then a 2nd down throw that would have gone for 20 yards. It just hits him right there, and he just muffs it. I don't know. He does that on occasion. Then on the 4th possession, Godwin, who has not played for a long time, Baker hits him with just a ridiculous throw down the middle. It's going to be a 25-yard catch. It just hits him right there, and he dropped it. And I'm like, you can't. Not against these guys, because these guys will feast on your mistakes. Not to mention an early block punt for a touchdown. It's one thing to block a punt and just fall on it, but it's 6. And it's just a killer, man. It's just, At home, it just takes the crowd out of it. And then to your point, the Bucky Irving fumble, you just can't.
No.
You gave them. You just said, here's another. So you gave them 14 points. And on top of the drops, and then the deflected pass, and yet and still, was Baker being clutch on the last drive. It gets to 3rd and 6 at the 45. And you want to talk about a great escape? He did it with his legs, but I'm going to call that clutch because I thought he was dead to rights in the pocket, and he somehow slithered out of it like he did the previous week and got loose and ran for, he's going to run through and over whoever's in his way for the first down. Then they had a false start, which you can't have on the potential game-tying drive. And then he took a sack because he's trying to do too much, and it's desperation, and it's 31-23, and you're just trying to do anything in your power to stay upright and make a play. So I just love to watch him. I love the way he fights. I love the way he battles. That team loves him. That team, there's no quit in that team. Because you know that you got a guy at the helm who can get you back in a game even against that defense. That defense is really good. Cooper DeJean, I know you don't love him, but he was all over the field yesterday. Seriously, he played his ass off yesterday.
Great.
Yeah.
My God, he tackled great.
One of them drops you talking about, Abuka, to me, Skip, you call it a drop. I call it an aggressive finish by Quinyon Mitchell. Touch his hands. You pull them arms back.
We got more DB.
That's called an aggressive finish. That's a pass breakup in my eyes. But Abuka had the one catch for 77 that was in zone when the young safety from Texas did the dumb bonehead shit.
That was bonehead.
That was very bonehead.
It was.
Besides that, Abuka had 9 targets for 30-some yards because Quinyon had that boy on lock.
Okay, well, he's really good. I give you that.
Good.
And Abuka's still
everyone noticed. That was the big part of that game. Abuka got his ass strapped by Quinyon.
Okay, well, he did. But it's like, it's 6 of one, half dozen the other, like the Rondale play in the end zone where Jaxson Dart just floated it to him. You got to put a little more mustard on it to get it to him, but the ball hung up. But Rondale's got to come down with the foot. If you get both hands on the ball, you got to catch it. But the DB
made a great
for the Chargers made a really good play, but it's like, which way are you going to go, DB or receiver? Is it credit or blank?
Aggressive finish.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
aggressive finish, man. Take you a long way.
It does matter, but on Abuka, he's kind of willowy. He doesn't have his man body yet. He plays slender to me, but he's really good.
In CG yesterday, you could tell the rust was on him. Yeah. He make those catches. He make those catches. But speaking of catches, so the Eagles are 4-0, right? 4-0, defending champs. They're rolling. But I seen some body language yesterday.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly who you're talking about.
I seen some body language yesterday that was a little. We got the video of.
It's disturbing.
Yeah, the tweet.
This is a tweet. Wait, look at the video. So they're 4-0.
Yeah.
They just won a tough game. Look at A.J. Brown body language. Aqib, you done won a lot of games in this league.
Right.
Is that 4-0 body language?
But let me tell you this.
But I'm saying it's not just him. It's not just him. Look at Devontae Smith. Why you turn this corner?
That is wide out body language, bro. Wide outs are on your team. They don't give a damn about wins. They want the ball. They want to contribute to the win. That's what wide outs do. They want to contribute. If they don't contribute to the win, that's how they look. But that's okay. The motherfucker used to read books on the sideline last year just to, get some clout and to show I want the ball. And they want to chip off that shit. So I'm just fine with it. You stroke his ego, a couple screens next week.
No, I'm saying, did you see when, at what point, my question is, because I'm going to defend the individual player.
Right.
I want to defend the player because a lot of people say, well, AJ, like you said, they did this last year. Y'all won. That's great. Aqib Talib is sitting right here. That's a Super Bowl ring he won. You know why we remember Aqib? Because of his record for pick sixes.
That's right.
For his ability to be an individual player within a phenomenal scheme. So when he comes up for the Hall of Fame, the ring is an added piece. It's an added piece. But we're going to look at him and say, well, what did he do for these players?
Right.
We're winning, but AJ and Devontae listen, in the off season, I get a nutritionist. I do all this training and all this, so when I come, I can contribute to this team. And people forget, the fans and the media are going to say, but you're winning. Yes, but you also got to understand, I love to play this game, and now I'm just kind of just out here. You know what I love about this game? Catching the football, running for yards, scoring touchdowns. The facet of the game that I love, I'm not getting an opportunity to experience. So my question is, they won a championship, but I was talking to Bruce Urban, one of my teammates I had in Carolina, and I was asking about, man, you want a ring? And he said, man, forget that ring. I won a ring already. It's about everything else now. At what point does this become an issue?
Yeah.
Because now it's continued.
Yep.
Like,
that's what the media want to do. They want to just find something and nitpick it.
No, the media didn't get his phone and put that.
No, you the media. You know what I'm saying? So you want to put a microscope on it.
So it's my fault. It's my fault that he got on his phone.
He's a diva. He's a wide out, bro. That's how they play. We won the chip. Emmanuel Sanders, we win the game. We on the 7-game win streak. Emmanuel Sanders,
Shrug your shoulders and on your way.
Man, that's not no fucking issue, man. Hey, he did the same shit. We seen this for years and years with Ocho. And I played with Gronk. We blow a motherfucker out 50-0. Gronk pissed off because he got 2 catches, 17 yards. That's just their energy, bro. You just gotta, that's the head coach job to deal with my divas. He gotta deal with his divas. Great head coaches can deal with it. Not so great head coaches can't deal with it. Eagles got a great head coach, and that shit'll be swept under the rug in 2 weeks, bro. He gonna come out get 130 and a touchdown. It's under the rug.
I've been talking about this for a couple weeks. There's a lot of red flags on that offense. Kevin Patullo, new offensive coordinator. I get it, Aqib. I get what you're saying, right? These guys are divas. They want the ball. But this isn't the first game. This has been building to this point, and you could see A.J. Brown getting frustrated yesterday. You could see it after every catch the head goes down. Devontae Smith, not involved. Hurts 0 for 8 in the second half. Saquon Barkley, 19 rushes for 43 yards. Tampa's got a great defense, but you got to get him rolling. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 7 yards. Devontae Smith, 2 catches, 29 yards. They have been not involved at all for stretches of a game and a half, 2 games. They came back last week, right? They were forced to throw the ball. They were down. They started feeding Devontae the ball. You throw the ball to A.J. Brown, let him rumble. I don't understand how you don't get A.J. Brown a slant early in the game to set the tone. You throw him the ball, let him rumble. So I think where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm concerned about the offense. They're 4-0. You got to give it to them. They're playing great. But at a certain point this season, they're going to come across some adversity and stack up some losses, and all eyes are going to be on that offense.
This is that style of that offense. I don't believe how they're playing currently is sustainable to keep winning.
Yeah.
Right. They know how to win.
Right.
But
they're winning
these
Jackson
games.
Dart playing is sustainable.
The way that I never said
they on their way up in New York, and Philly on their way down.
Well, I think last year
Wait, hold up. But hold up. First off, I never said that. I never said that I thought
Y'all
that
did say it.
I never said the Giants was a good team. I never said that. Right. I said Philly. No, you said the Packers was the best team in football, and you said who's better? I said Philly. That is the facts. I never said the Giants were a good team. I'm talking about Jaxson Dart, the individual. I also said Jalen Hurts is a superstar. Regardless of how it looks, he's a superstar because he gets the job done. I don't care how it looks. Drew Brees said, the offense is boring. It is boring. Who cares? They're winning. It's not about style points. I'm talking about internally, does this become an issue moving forward? They have one. They're winning right now. But at some point, AJ and Devontae, do they eventually be like, man, listen, this is just like, come on, dog. Yeah. That's what you said, a great head coach. You said Gronk. Who was his head coach? Bill. Who was his quarterback? That guy, Tom Brady. Yeah. That's completely different than what we're looking at. Right. They won a Super Bowl, but the Philly also won a Super Bowl with a different head coach in 2017. So we can't just say it's the Nick Sirianni. I don't know. We don't know. That's my question.
If it continues, you think he'll request a trade?
That's I don't 'know. But that's where we.
You don't think?
No. I don't think he's going to request a trade because obviously they have a ton of talent.
I don't even think they can.
They're 4-0.
I don't even think they can trade him.
I have no idea about that.
Because how his contract is set up, I don't think they can trade him.
Here's the thing, though. Going into last season, the questions were there. Is there a beef between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, right?
Yes, there has been an off-the-field beef.
Right, there's some rumblings, right? You put a Super Bowl on top of that, everything's good, we won, we got there. Now you start off the season, if they were 2-2, we'd be screaming about the offense. They're 4-0, right? They're 4-0, they got 4 wins. Last year they had Kellen Moore, super creative. If I was offensive coordinator, I would say I have to get A.J. Brown 3 targets in the first quarter.
Yes, you'll be a bad offensive coordinator. That'll make you a bad offensive coordinator. You worry about getting this guy the ball. You're not worried about
you have to. You have to though. You got to keep him involved mentally. You got to keep him involved in the game because he's going to check out. He's been frustrated for weeks.
So you would rather lose a game and keep him involved?
No, not at all. I think keeping him involved is good for team chemistry because him with his head down, Devontae Smith with his head down. I'm telling you, as soon as they lose a game, all these questions are going to come to the forefront.
4 weeks in, man, it's going to be plenty of games where he have 100, where Devontae have 100, where he got 2. It already was 1. He just came off a game where he was the focal point of you won us.
But not until the second half. They were gone.
That's like me saying, bro, I had 2 picks in the first half, but I was just in the first half. The game is the game.
And all of that, and it took 2 blocked field goals to win that game. So
we keep going back from winning to if they happy. Like, bro, what are we talking about?
That's what I'm asking. I understand.
We're talking about a sputtering offense. We're talking about an offense that hasn't hit its stride. Saquon Barkley does not look like last year. And what did they change?
They also not on PlayStation 5.
They changed the offensive coordinator
and get everybody stats. That ain't how the league works.
But with that offensive line,
you win games first of all, and then after we win games, we have a game plan how we want it to go. If it don't go that way, as long as we get the win, everybody happy, everybody cool.
Right.
People, the divas gonna be the divas. I guarantee you he have great energy when they start the next game. If he come out and get 130, he gonna have a great interview after the game.
100%.
They just characters, bro. We've been around them forever. T.O., Ocho, Randy, like AB. We've been around them forever. Why is this magnified now?
So my question is, if Lieb is in the locker room and he constantly posting, doing this about this, do you just be like, oh, that's just AJ, or you go say like, dog, like you gotta stop putting that stuff.
Nah, I go say, AJ, baby, chill, baby. You know we gonna get you the ball, nigga. You AJ.
Right.
Come on, baby.
And then he's sitting on the side. I'm sure somebody he's sitting on the side.
Bro, let's go out, bro. Don't worry about that shit. Look, we 4-0. When we get to the chip, you're going to be the MVP. Watch this shit, AJ. You're going to be Super Bowl MVP this year.
Right.
Because I'm a good teammate. I know how to stroke a nigga ego. You know what I'm saying?
And then the other side. That's
what they do.
Full of bad guys.
They do the same shit. That's why they 4-0. We think it's something wrong with the locker room. We not in there.
No, I'm
just
saying.
Fine. That's why they 4-0.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on in the locker room, but what I'm saying is like you said, this keeps happening. So my question is like, how long is this going to, if this keeps festering?
It happened all last year. For 8 games, it happened.
It happened for 8 games last year. Then what happened? Boom. Super Bowl.
And what did Nick Sirianni say after the game? He kept emphasizing, if you saw him in the locker room, we are 4-0, and that's not bad. He said, and that's not bad, because he knew what the body language was. Right. He knew what the whispers were.
Yeah, we got to get better. We do got to get better.
It's not bad. And by the way, you guys know better than anybody, it was 100 degrees on the field. So the bad body language, I just think it was a long second half for the Philadelphia Eagles because Baker threw in the second half for 224. 224 in the second half, while Jalen Hurts, to your point, he went 0 for 8. So AJ and Devontae have to watch Baker just lighten it up all over, just fireworks from Baker. And my quarterback goes 0 for 8 in the second half. To all your points about Jalen, that wasn't pretty, but he made enough plays that they won the game.
Yeah, like it's a different game when I'm down 13. When I'm on this side, it's 13-3. They playing cover 4, no deep balls.
Absolutely,
it's easy to do that shit. When you up 13, when I'm on this side of it, it's just a totally different ball game. They playing man inside man press blitzes. It's harder to complete passes like that. So it's a totally different game on both ends. So
okay, but to your biggest point. The problem with the Philadelphia Eagles going forward is Saquon. I don't care what you say, because yesterday he averaged 2.3 yards per rush. And for the year, he's at 3.1 per rush. He's 59 a game. Last year, he was 125 a game. You want to talk about a difference maker.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he had 125 a game, Skip, and you was playing them, right? We playing against this team. They had 125 a game last year, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you going to come let them get 125 on you?
I'm going to
Your
try.
whole week going to be revolved around him not getting 125, right?
And he kept getting 125.
Right.
But this year,
You have the best
This year-
offensive line in football. You have the highest paid one of the highest paid offensive lines in football.
Right.
You have Saquon, who's a game changer. So you have Saquon out of the game plan. You have A.J. Brown out of the game plan. You have Devontae Smith out of the game plan. And then you took the offensive line out of the game plan.
all right,
so
so
where-
who win the
so where-
game plan, Richie? They 4-0. Who winning these motherfucking games?
Not the
defense.
playmakers.
Who is
Not
then,
the
Richie?
playmakers.
Who winning the game?
Not the playmakers.
Well, I guess upstairs they win the motherfucking games with shoes and ties.
The team is winning it. Special
Exactly.
teams.
So it don't take 125 yards and Devontae have 100 and AJ have 100. It just take everybody to make plays when we got to make it. It might be a special teams play. It might be the defense.
Yep.
Everybody make a play when your time comes.
Yep.
And we'll be 4-0. That's how it's hard to win.
You can hang your hat on 4-0. Let's
Hey,
talk
it's
in
hard
4
to-
weeks.
it's hard to be-
Let's talk in 4 weeks because I've been saying on this show I do not trust Kevin Patullo.
Shit, we gonna talk all.
Yeah.
We gonna talk all year. Shit,
He did run a fake
signed up for the
tush
long
push,
run,
right?
baby.
A fake
Fake
push.
push was, that's all he got?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 60% of the chat thinks that AJ Brown is a diva, and now let's talk about some offense.
60%.
Hey, that was a question.
That's 99%.
That's what I think
Come
we
on,
all know
chat.
that.
Come on, chat.
Ain't nothing wrong with being a diva, man. Hey.
But let's talk about some offense because, damn, last night's game, Skip, I know we got to give it to you because you were the only one, I think, in the world
Why we
who
got
had the Cowboys
Why we gotta
last
give it to them? They didn't win.
But
They did.
Give it to me too. Shit, we did the same
Like,
time, Skip. So make sure you give it to me too, Ken.
when you think everybody we're like Packers. Come on. I thought it was
Blowout,
going to be a
wipe out,
blowout.
lights
We're
out.
all thinking
That's all I
that. It
heard.
wasn't a blowout.
I didn't say it was gonna be a blowout.
And Dak didn't even have.
27-17.
I said it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a better game than everybody think.
Okay, well, Dak was unreal, and he did not even have CD. He went for 319, 4 passing touchdowns.
Wow.
And then let's look at Micah. I know we'll talk about Micah. Do we give him that sack? I know Dak was.
Heck
super-
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Can we stop for a second? Keith, you been repping for the DBs. Let me rep for the D-line.
All right, let's
no
go,
gain,
let's go.
No gain is a sack. I don't care. At the end of the year, when they look at that number and it say 8, 9, 10, 7, whatever, nobody goes back and say, man, he ran him out of bounds or he fell down and he touched him. They're going to look at that number and say 10 sacks. I don't care how he got it.
It don't matter how.
Yes, it's a sack. Did it impact the game? Absolutely it did. So I'm counting that sack. Forget all
Okay,
that.
count
Yes.
that. All right, let's go to Skip because, how surprised are you that the Packers-Cowboys ended 40-40, and was that a sack?
I'll get to that. I,
Damn, Skip.
I was not surprised at all because I said it would be 28-27 in regulation in favor of the Dallas Cowboys. So a 40-40 tie for me was a win last night. I don't care what you say because the world said it was the lock of the century. The world was saying Green Bay by 4 touchdowns, Micah with 3 or 4 sacks. So we won the night because this was supposed to be a mismatch, and it definitely was not a mismatch. It looked like it for maybe a quarter.
Yeah, first quarter.
And then it flipped on its head. But here's the point of what happened last night. The reason we won the night was because without CeeDee Lamb, we hung 40 points on Micah Parsons' defense, 40 on Micah's defense, and left him, as he said after the game, pissed off and very disappointed in the way they played defense. I'm going to remind you, the last time Green Bay played at Dallas, at Jerry World, in a playoff game with Micah on Dallas's side, Micah Parsons' defense allowed Green Bay to score 27 before halftime and be up 27-0 and 48 for the game. So now the two defenses that Micah played for, Dallas's first and then Green Bay's second, allowed 48 and 40. Okay, 48 and 40 to the visiting team. So it seems like Micah actually got exposed once again last night because if you look at what happened, we were ahead at halftime and we were ahead after 3 quarters and we were ahead until 1 second remained in the 4th quarter and we were ahead until 1 second remained in overtime. I'd say that's a win for the Dallas Cowboys given how bad they are in defense, quote unquote, and how much the world thought that they were going to get annihilated and Jerry was going to get shamed at Jerry World. So
But looking at the defense.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get to Micah first.
Okay.
I'm going to really disagree with you about that sack, and I'll tell you why. Micah actually had a very quiet night, and he did have one sack that was not a sack, and I get you if it's 0 yards, but go look at the play and tell me it's not the worst spot in history. Tell me it's not the cheapest, most fraudulent sack in the history of the National Football League because Dak.
In the history.
Okay, it's first and goal at the 5, and we play safe, and Javonte up the middle for 1 yard. So it's second and goal, and we block Micah with Jake Ferguson. And Micah loops around him, and I give you this. It was a nice hustle play. He will hustle his ass off because he knows that's one of the few ways he can actually get a sack. He could close the deal with a chase down, LeBron James Memorial chase down block sack. And all it is just an ankle tackle from behind. And Dak falls forward to the 3-yard line. Go look at it. I don't care. His knees are not down. The football falls to the 3-yard line, and they mark it back at the 4 and say, sack. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. And then I read game-saving play, whatever you want to call it, tackle or sack. Go look at Edgerrin Cooper on the play and tell me he's not going to knock Dak on his ass because he is coming full speed at Dak. He's going to meet him at the 2-yard line. And I don't think Dak Prescott can run over Edgerrin Cooper. I just don't. I would hope that he could. I just don't think he could. I know he scored another rushing touchdown when he rammed into the Packers at the goal line. But this was going to be different. This is their best player on defense coming full speed, drawing a bead on Dak Prescott at the 2, and I don't think Dak's going to run through him. I give Micah an A for effort, but I wouldn't even give him a sack on the play, and if you take that play away, it's a really quiet night for the Green Bay Packers and Micah Parsons on defense because Dak, I told you, Dak is just better than Jordan Love, and I'm wearing his jersey just to honor him today because that was a performance last night. That was big time against a really good defense, supposedly a top 5 defense, and Dak shredded it without CeeDee Lamb. Well, did Micah wreck the game? I don't think he did, and I've told you, I haven't seen him wreck a game since his rookie year. That's 4 years ago. So I'm sorry, we actually won that game. I'm going to take it as a big W for my team.
Well, I took it as a tie, Skip. You know what I'm saying? I took it as a tie. It was 40-40, so 1 + 1 is 2. 40-40 is a damn tie in my eyes. But Carolyn, can I get my halftime? I know I told you no, Carolyn, but please give my halftime. Skip.
Yeah.
Skip is driving me crazy. First, I defend Parsons. Now, you say it was a quiet night for Parsons. Of course it was, because he had 4 hands on him and 4 eyes on him every damn play.
6.
He got doubled and tripled every damn play last night. I watched it two times. I watched it live. I watched it on the plane again. Every play he was doubled or he was tripled, no matter what. And you're right. That's the only way he gonna get a sack is to get out the double and run something down. So, of course, that's the only way he gonna get a sack. Now, Rashawn Gary is the one who should have had 2-3 sacks. Okay. He got handled one-on-one a lot last night. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was disappointed on how much one-on-ones he had, and he didn't win. And on the sack, Skip, it's not where the ball ends up. It's where the ball is when your knees are down. He got sacked. His knees went straight down. The ball was right here on the 4. Then he fell forward to the 3. So
I don't think his knees were down. I've watched it about 10 times, but go ahead.
And then if you thought Edgerrin Cooper was going to stop him on the goal line, Edge Cooper missed them 4 tackles last night. He part of the reason they had 40 because he kept on missing shit. So I don't know if he would have stopped Dak. He missed every fucking thing else last night.
He had 7 tackles.
And
he had 7 tackles and he missed about 3 or 4 of them. So I don't know.
Dak ain't no small dude.
Man, one little weed, he could fall for 2 yards.
Yes.
And Edgerrin Cooper, he
Dak run through some stuff.
He ain't no spring chicken either.
He missed plenty tackles last night. So I don't know if he would have stopped him. So to me, it was a touchdown saving tackle. They end up getting a field goal. You end up getting a field goal to match him. That was his imprint on the game. To me, he saved an overtime touchdown, and that's fucking huge. And then for the quarterback play, man, I thought Dak, right now, I think Dak is the hottest in that league right now.
I'll buy that.
I love when Dak played. I love regular season Dak. That's my dog.
I agree.
Regular season Dak go crazy. He looked like himself right now.
Yep.
But thank you, because Skip, man, hey.
What you got over there?
We still working on that. We still working on it. We still working on that, right? Tyler, we ain't there yet, right? Yeah, we still.
Apple juice.
It's coming. It's coming soon.
Apple juice.
I'm gonna let you know it's in that cup very, very soon. But I I thought Jordan Love played a hell of a game, too.
He did.
They both had over 300.
They did.
They both had 3 touchdowns, and they both scored, led their team to points exactly when they need to lead.
But Jordan Love made one mistake. One mistake. Dak didn't make one mistake.
So I wanted to ask you, Skip, is the games were super similar. Even the completion percentage was very similar, right? That QBR, you big on QBR. I don't really know what the fuck it is.
Yep.
Was high as hell.
94 to 58.
Jordan Love shit was very low.
Yep.
But they had the same damn game. And they
Except
how does that work, Skip? You tell me.
He got the ball knocked out of his hands.
Oh, the
at the end of
fumble.
half.
It was the fumble.
Okay.
The fumble dropped him. Okay.
Yep.
I think it's the fumble and he missed some.
He missed a
couple throws that probably dropped him a little bit. But I'm listen. The game, I didn't expect the game to be a game. I'm gonna be honest, Skip. Especially the way it started. If you go off how it started, Cowboys, clearly Micah was in their mind because the first third down, they ran a little flip play away from where Micah was at. They were playing a little scary to start the game.
I agree.
And Green Bay, they boom, 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 boom down the field. And I'm sitting back like, man, let me get back to my schoolwork.
I know. I was like, it's about to be a blowout.
And then I'm steady watching. I'm like, oh, this is a game. So I just want to talk about Micah and kind of how it's being coached. Like Aqib said, Rashawn Gary is the one we should be talking about because he was leading the team in sacks leading up to this. When you go into a game, if you listen to the interview beforehand, Dak said, we have a plan. We put together a plan to always keep eyes on him, to know where he's at, this, and this. Not to the magnitude maybe of what Micah has had to face because of his explosiveness and his ability to run and just his sheer athleticism. But I've played in games where I know for a fact we do protections. Offensives do protections, and Richie can attest to this. But then you have a most dangerous. If you're playing the Los Angeles Rams, when there was a kid there named Aaron Donald, up the protection, find him. That's what, can you attest?
Right, 100%.
Find him,
You have
right?
to find those guys on every
Find
play.
him. So when I was in Tampa, New Orleans, they didn't keep the protection. They like 93, go to him, find him, chip him, this and this. So with Micah, all night last night, he's killing Tyler Guyton. And I'm like, man, he an OU guy, but you got to call a spade a spade. He's killing him. He worked, he killed him. They put him over the center, he killed him. He did what was necessary, but he win free, running back show up. The slide, he beat Tyler Guyton, the guard spin back.
By the way, Tyler Guyton did not finish the game. He got replaced. And I don't think it was injury. I think he just got replaced.
I'm telling you, he was getting killed. But for Green Bay, just for coaching, and I'm going to let Richie get into the game. When you have a guy that's special like Micah, I don't know who's coaching or drawing up the pass rush and stuff. You got to find ways to free him up. He was basically, you agree, he was killing Tyler Guyton. That means he's on the right side with his hand down the whole time.
Definitely left him right there. They definitely left him right there.
He didn't move it right.
He rested in front of the guard like one time. They brought the running back right there.
He got over center one time. You got to scheme stuff up for him. And how do you do it? So you got 5 offensive linemen. The reason Denver has been rushing the passer so well is because they do a great job of putting 5 on 5. Yep. Now you can't double team. So what do you do with that? You walk a linebacker down. Now that forces the running back, forces the running back to stay in, but now he has to have eyes on him. Then he can drop out. Now we 5 on 5.
Right.
You can't double Micah at that point. And you know what you do with Micah? Put him at right end. Now you put him over the guard. Now you put him over the center.
They moved him some. They had
a little bit, but not enough yesterday. But
okay, but wait a second. If he's killing Tyler Guyton, why isn't he killing Dak Prescott?
Because he had help.
I've beaten guards so fast where I'm like, I'm about to kill him, and then a running back come out of here. I've beaten guards or centers, and then they'll spin back. A guard will spin out and come help. A guy come back across and hit you right when you get in the court. That was a play yesterday. Michael beat Tyler Guyton so fast. The guard stopped what he was doing, spun back this way, and saved him.
Saved him.
This is what was happening with him yesterday. So, did he wreck the game? No, but there's a reason for that. He had 2 and 3 people on him all game, but Micah as a player,
before you go, quick point. Just remember, by the end of the game, Dallas had right tackle undrafted, originally undrafted. Right guard, undrafted. Center, undrafted. Left tackle, undrafted against Micah and Rashawn Gary and Van Ness and Edgerrin Cooper coming half the time up the middle.
They played good.
Okay? So they hung in there, man. I mean, you got to.
Cowboys played an excellent game.
That guy right there.
Their offense played a hell of a game.
That is a testament to why I say people need to stop disrespecting Dak Prescott. That dude is a phenomenal quarterback.
Hell yeah.
Yesterday, if you never. I know we got
to do it. I feel like Stafford was in the same boat. He was a phenomenal quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't worried about Stafford. Now he win the chip. Now you put him on the pedestal a little bit because he deserved it. I think Dak in that same boat. But to your point real quick, we had a Von Miller on our team. Shit, Wade used to overload this blitz. He gonna blitz the hell out this side, and you're gonna have to stop this side, and you're gonna have to leave Von one-on-one. So it's definitely ways to create.
Overload one side and get
overload the shit out this
There's
side.
ways to
so
free
you gotta
them up.
slide to this side.
But what happened? We talked about Rashawn Gary. What happened? You got Von Miller, and then there was another Hall of Famer came in on the other side, and then it freed up everything. That's what I'm saying. We talk about Micah, about Rashawn Gary last night. He should have freed up Micah, because now if he's cooking, now it opens it up for Micah. So, you know.
Go, Richie.
I think with a great pass rusher like Micah, he's a game wrecker, right? So when you have a game wrecker, Micah Parsons, Aaron Donald, Max Crosby, we used to call it 4 hands, 4 eyes. We got two sets of paws on him, 2 sets of eyes on him. To Gerald's point, when you go 5-on-5 against an offensive line with some talented edge rushers, that's what has offensive lines shaking in their boots. 5 singled up blocks, right? And when you get 5-on-5 in the NFL, you're going to get a lot of movement. They could have done a better job of freeing Micah up. Rashawn should have played a bigger role in this game, right? All the focus is on Micah. You could tell the Cowboys, they had a plan for Micah. Their plan was different than my plan for Micah. If I see number 1 on the field, I'm running right at him. I'm setting the wing up, I am running right at him, and we're going to circle the defense. They kept him on one side for the better part of the night, and Dallas was running away from him. Dallas was running away from him, let him chase the play down from behind, and let him get tired. Now, the Dak Prescott sack. It's like a win. A win is a win. It shows up in the win column. A sack is a sack. It shows up in the sack column. Did I think he got a little bit extra and it shouldn't have been a sack? Yes. But it goes down in the sack column. I think Dak scores right there. I think Dak, he's got that momentum going. I think Dak gets his ass in the end zone. So, is it a game-saving play? Absolutely. I think Dak scores right there. You know, it's a completely different ball game. But Micah was neutralized for the most part for double teams. That's supposed to open up opportunities for other pass rushers. I think they got to start scheming up a little stuff. You know, Micah's great, but Micah can't beat 2 guys. Coming down to the protection on the goal line where he did get the sack, they slide the entire offensive line away from Micah, and they leave him one-on-one with Jake Ferguson.
They did.
That's not a good ball.
No.
I'll throw the ball to Jake Ferguson. I don't want him one-on-one. So
he was there that quick.
He was right around him, and Dak felt it. Dak started moving, and then Dak made a decision to run, and he's a little slow. Micah got him from behind, but
I think Dak got how fast he was.
Yes, I think Dak scores there. I really think that changed the landscape of the game.
So, Aqib, are you going to be critical of the Green Bay defensive coordinator?
Hell yeah.
Well, you love him because you played.
That's my dog. I like Jeff. Jeff, but he could have did a lot more. Then you coming off you overlooked the opponent. I just thought it was going to be an impeccable game plan. You know what I'm saying? We going to get Micah. Every time we got a rush situation, we going to get Micah a one-on-one. I thought it was going to go like that. It really didn't go like that. The DBs ain't played well, in my opinion, man. Damn Pickens is a goon. I remember going on Kay Adams' show like last year saying that Pickens is a top 3.
Really? Top 3?
Top 3.
Oh, deep ball catch.
Deep threat. I'm like, he's a top 3 deep threat. He's legit as hell. And I think on a stage like Dallas, you will see it. Now, before Pittsburgh, he ain't really get the credit, but Dallas is almost like the Giants when you talk about media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
On that platform,
absolutely.
He'll start getting the love that he deserves because he's a fucking goon. He got twitch at the line. He's 6'4" with speed. He got yards after the catch.
He got great body
control.
Crazy.
Great ball skills, man. So
jump ball skills.
Hey, man.
So when you a real problem, like a headache, like how. So like when you talk about Dez, the reason Dez got so many touchdowns for Dallas is because they knew when we do this. At 88 down there, he going up to get it. And I think Pickens got that. Like
Pickens definitely got that.
There's great wide receivers who, like Jettis, Jettis gonna get open. He gonna make his play. Then there's some guys who in
deep
what
ball,
they
it's
do,
called a legit deep ball threat.
Yeah, and it's like
Jettis, he run over routes, he run slants, he run digs. He not a legit deep ball threat.
I'm saying,
you know
even like if Aqib is engaged with this wide receiver, these 50-50 balls you throw up.
Mm-hmm.
Pickens is at top of the league for
He is.
if I throw it up and it's me and him, I'm my guy like Mike Evans.
Sure.
He's a
If
dog.
I throw the ball up
That's
to Mike Evans,
that's a legit deep ball
Yeah.
threat.
if I throw the ball to Mike Evans and he engaged with a DB, that's Mike. That's who Pickens is. And
You either gotta have two. You gotta be either like Tyreek Hill, like straight gas.
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson, like straight gas to be a legit deep ball threat, or you gotta be like Dez, Pickens, Jamar. Like Jamar almost got both of them. That's why he's the best in the league. He got straight gas and he got the 50-50 ball. So, but Pickens, man, hey, shout out to Pickens, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him with Dak.
Good point.
That's a great combo right there.
Real quick before you go, Skip, also confidence in him. Like, people don't understand how much your team, organization, we see what it's doing with Baker, and your quarterback believing in you. When he was in Pittsburgh, a lot of people's concern was like, why y'all get him the ball? Like, he was, just throw it over here. Let's see what happened. Dak, yesterday, there was a time when they replayed it where, what's my man, the returner?
Turpin.
Oh, yeah.
You see the movie, man, he was wide open. Dak didn't even look that way. He's like, nope.
He missed
I'm
it.
going over here.
Exactly.
He one-on-one and he one-on-one, I'm going over here.
Hey, still, even in Pittsburgh, though, Russell was throwing that shit.
He
to
was.
him.
Yeah, he was.
He was going crazy. If he didn't catch it, it was pass interference every time.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
hey, man, the numbers might not have showed how legit he was in Pittsburgh. The Cowboys numbers will show, but he was fucking legit in Pittsburgh, too.
All right, I'm going to go back to the end of the game, the last two possessions for each team. So Dallas has the ball, and we went back and forth about sack or no sack, whatever. I don't think it was a sack, and I don't think it was game-saving tackle, whatever. Next play, you still have third down. You're third and goal from the 4-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Dak takes the snap, takes one quick look, just a quick glance, throws it in the 5th row. Okay, I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm out of my mind because I know we can't stop them. So at that moment, you have to go for the throat. Dak sat there in the post-game interview and said, I hate ties. It leaves me so unfulfilled. I got it. Unsatisfying. Go for the throat. You have to throw the ball in the end zone, and I know there's some risk you're going to throw an end zone interception, but it won't end the game. If you throw it to them and they get tackled in the end zone, they're going to get it at the 20 just like they did anyway off the kickoff, off the field goal. But Dak is saying, I'm just going to play for 3, and I hate that because that was wrong. After such a great night, you were so hot, you're playing at the highest level in the league. You have to give somebody a chance. Maybe it's Jake Ferguson at 6'6". Somebody. Just throw it up to Pickens. Give somebody a chance. You're on fire. You can't throw that ball away and say, we'll take 3, because you have to know the circumstance. We haven't stopped them all night.
Right.
So what do you think's going to happen? Well, what happened because we did hold them. Remember, they get the ball back, so now we're up 3. And they get the ball back, and it gets to 4th and 6 at the 24. And to your point about Jordan Love, he hits Golden with a rocket, and it's sweet, man. It's you can't. I get chills thinking about it because this is for the game. This is it. Sink or swim, do or die. You got to throw this right. You got to throw it low where he can get it. Nobody can get a hand on it.
Yeah.
And he did and pulled it off, and I honor that because that's clutch. Okay, so then here they go. Wilson's in the game, and he goes 10 yards, 13 yards. Then he hits Wicks for 15 yards, and I'm just saying, well, there's no way we can stop him. And they finally get it down to 1st and 10 at the 12. And I've been hard on Trevon Diggs on this show, but he made one play all night. He did make a tackle on another play, but it was a great tackle. But this is the play of the night for the defense because on 1st and 10 at the 12, it's a screen to Golden, and they had been killing us on screens all night. And you saw what Trevon did. He sniffed it, man. He smelled it, and he took off like a shot, and just threw it for a 3-yard loss. At first, I thought it was like an 8-yard loss, but then I looked. It was -3, and Matt LaFleur said, "I'm out. I'm out. Like I'm not going to go for it anymore. And they're playing now for the field goal, and they're letting the clock go tick, 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 tick. Yeah. Okay, now to the last throw of the game. Man, Jack Sanborn, who I don't love, I think he's way overmatched, and he did lead them in tackles because he's always in the midst. They're going after him and going after him and going after him. And he finally made one play because he didn't turn his head to look for the football, and it hits him in the back. I couldn't tell if it hit him in the back of the helmet or the back of the shoulder pads on the last throw of the game. But I got to tell you, I had to look this up. The clock operator is hired at each stadium by the league, so it's not hired by Jerry Jones to have a home cooking clock operator. But this one, that they do live in the area, so I assume whoever this clock operator is from North Texas somewhere in one of your neighborhoods, and it's close to being zeros on the clock.
I thought it was.
It is close.
I thought they smoked this.
I mean, this is like
I did too. All right, what is he doing?
because it's a little quick on the draw to stop it.
Yeah.
Because if the throw is a little high or a little right or a little left, it's going to go off the clock because it's not going to hit the ground for another second. But this hits him in the back of the whatever, and it just drops to the turf. And it's the clock operator is quick on the draw because I thought it was zeros. And then I'm like, wait, they got a second left?
Yeah.
Well, if there's no second left,
Ball game.
But this is also why I say when we was talking about the Packers at first, I was like, when you need a play, you need a guy to go to. Who's the Packers guy? And this is why I always say you need one, because if you look at that play, the tight end was open across the middle.
Right.
He was wide open.
On the last play?
On the last play. He's wide, but he's I understand we see, they move the ball around, but with him being wide open, he's a big target.
Yeah.
They don't have nobody can cover him.
You mean Kraft was?
Yeah, Kraft the guy.
He's really the guy. That's what I'm saying. So if if they start in the red zone, they start kind of build. That's why you build that camaraderie. Because on that play, when we go, if I'm a quarterback and I got a guy on this play, it don't matter what happens. I'm looking here. Just like when Dak didn't look at Turpin, he went straight to Pickens.
He did. No, he did.
If he's looking at him, he's wide. I mean, he hit him across the middle. There's nobody there. He walk in the end zone. So that's why I said, just when you build the team, everybody needs a guy. But like you said, that ball, if it goes in the air, that's game. I don't know what they were doing.
Over.
Okay. And then LaFleur, he was looking like, what was you doing? But Skip, I gotta give you credit. I might have to concede, man. If your team is so scared of the other team's kicker, he might be that guy.
Oh, he that guy.
Yeah, Aubrey's that dude.
He might be the realest because he would rather play for a tie than to give Dallas guy a chance. Because he probably, hit that hole from 80.
45.
Yeah, they was gonna try it.
They was gonna try it last night. It was gonna see what it looked like last night.
For sure, they was gonna try it.
Before we move on, I expected the Packers to drop 40 because that's just a bad defense. Eberflus.
I understand.
I don't like how he called
I don't
4th and 6.
I agree.
You drop and play that soft ass zone. Bro, you got Bland in, you got Diggs in, you double the slot. Bro, stand up, blitz the shit out. Man, play ball right there. Drop your nuts, play ball. He dropping that weak ass, soft ass zone. That was the easiest pass of the night. You said it was a dot all this. Golden went shit right in the middle.
No, I got
it. So fucking easy.
But you got to make it. You got to make the play.
You
or
do.
the game's over.
But it's so easy though. You drop into this, you blitz one guy.
Yeah, I was
wondering why it's always delayed blitz. Like
it's long delayed. It's like, bro, that's the trash guy. Come on, bro. Wade Phillips would never.
So do you think?
Hold on. But the Packers defense, I was very, very disappointed, man.
How could you not?
I got to take it down a few notches. I thought they was really going to be one of the legit defenses in the league. But it seemed like as soon as you try to crown one of these defenses, that's what you get from them, man. It's like everybody want to be that 2015 Broncos. As soon as you crown them, that's what the fuck you get from them, man. So I'm going to just be, like Gerald said, I'm going to be a little less quick to crown these defenses, man, because it's sad. It's pissing me off. Even the Broncos, they're my guys, man.
Yeah.
It's sad, man.
I think with the Packers defense, I'm disappointed in them as well. They're going against backup offensive linemen.
Right.
Backup center, backup right guard, eventually backup right tackle, all across the board, right?
Come on.
And you can't get pressure with those front guys. You can't get Micah free.
And Micah getting 2 and 3 people.
Right? Yeah,
Somebody
exactly.
got to get home.
But everybody
gotta get
focused on
home.
Micah.
Yeah.
Rashawn Gary's got to get his in those situations.
Or Jeff got to get his. Jeff Happy got to get yours.
Yeah.
Y'all going to double Micah. Oop, I got to work too now. I got to make his money too. Shit.
But
so I don't know. I got to
give Diggs
take it down
that
a few
pick.
notches. Well, it was offsides, I think.
No, it was 12 men on the field.
Oh, yeah, 12 men on the field.
He said he didn't really make. To me, I'm like, shoot.
Oh,
Without that pick, that was a great play by
Oh, no, that
Diggs.
was a fucking great. That's what
He
Diggs
triggered the heck out of that ball.
that's what
Got that
Diggs-
pick without the penalty. You know,
Diggs was playing. Diggs, man, he played a solid game last night. That's why on 4th and 6, I'm gonna leave him by himself. I'm gonna leave Bland by himself.
Okay.
I'm gonna double the slot. I'm gonna blitz the hell out the quarterback. Hey, bruh,
How'd you feel about him not starting?
he not healthy, bruh. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You're not healthy. They probably ain't planning for him to play as much as he did.
Right.
But he got that pick early.
Yeah.
So they like, oh, he cooking. They see how he playing. Oh, he cooking. He feels
That's
good
true.
tonight. So he earned himself 20 more snaps.
On a snap count.
Bland was on the snap count, but shit, that shit went out the window
That's
too.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But even he's on the snap count, do you think he still should start just being
I
a
do.
rotation guy? That's why I'm
I
like,
would never not start.
you should not start. Like he could be on the pitch. We know he's not healthy, but taking him out the lineup not to start, it is especially to me.
Yeah, I would.
Y'all have to understand the picture that's being painted. Skip been saying that Diggs and Micah's like this.
They
and
are.
that he just so on the night that
They
Micah
traded
come back,
jerseys after the game.
the
Right.
night that
As
Micah
they
comes
should.
back, you take Diggs off the field. It just paints it like a.
Yeah, I ain't like
that,
the
bro.
not start. I ain't
Like
the
he
not
should have
start.
started. You could keep him on the pitch
But sometimes,
count.
sometimes, you know, he wasn't playing his best. He's hurt. He wasn't playing his best. You didn't start him. You put him in. It lit a fire up under his ass. He had a damn good game.
Yeah.
So hey, man, sometimes it's necessary. So
But his heart is in Green Bay. That's the problem.
Nah, hell no.
His heart is
My
wherever
dog
that
got
check
a nice
being
ass
signed.
house in the D, man. I done seen the crib.
Have you?
He don't want to go nowhere.
Wherever that check being signed is where his heart is at. Sure.
Well, Gerald, Jerry said last night post game, he said it was very simple. Dak was indispensable in my mind, and Micah wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Was Jerry right?
Yeah, I think you seen it last night. The quarterback position it's rare. Do you know why we praise 2015 Broncos defense or the 2002 Bucs defense or the Baltimore Ravens? Is because they were so good that they didn't need a dynamic quarterback to do what they did.
That is true.
That is why they're historic. That's why his defense is historic. The Bucs defense is historic. John Gruden told the Bucs defense, if y'all are so good, go score 10 times on defense. You know
And
what
they
went
did.
and did?
They scored
They
9.
went and scored 9 times on defense. 9 times. Derrick Brooks won Defensive Player of the Year that year. We talk about the Ravens. These top defenses is because regardless of what that side of the ball did, we're good because of this side of the ball. That is beyond rare. You can lose a Micah Parsons and still score 40 points and have a tie. We've seen it. We've seen what happened. But what Dak Prescott was able to do, I thought yesterday was more of a statement game. Like, I was asked at the NFL Network who needed to make more of a statement, Dak or Micah? And I said it's Dak. It's because we made this whole offseason, this whole beginning, these first 4 weeks about Micah Parsons.
Yep.
And Dak always has to take the back seat to everybody. For what? Do you know how difficult and how much pressure it is being the quarterback of America's team with this star? You know how much Dak has been through? He didn't lost parents. He didn't lost brother. He didn't lost siblings. And he always got a smile. He sat next to his owner, and his owner said, I overpaid you.
He did.
And he sat up there with a straight face, and he went back out, and he played the game. Every time we get in the playoffs, we got to hear what Dak is not. We got to this and this.
Yeah.
And he show up year after year and plays great football. And last night, I felt like Dak sent the message and the statement. The reason it was okay to get rid of him is because I'm here. We're making this so much about him.
Yep.
But Jerry said the reason I can get rid of him is because I have that guy. And he showed it last night.
Yeah.
It does not matter who's on my O-line. Yes, I lost CD, a top 5 wide receiver. Yes, I'm missing my first round right guard and all of these players. But look at what I'm able to do. That's why Jerry said what he said, and that's why he was right. Because Dak Prescott, Jerry understood. Maybe I didn't want to pay him all this money, but Jerry, no, That guy right there, as long as we got him, just like Lee said, as long as 15, Patrick Mahomes, and Big Red, Andy Reid's in Kansas City, they going to be okay. Jerry understands. As long as I got Dak Prescott, we're going to be okay.
Yep.
Why did I go draft all these offensive linemen? To protect that guy. Yeah. Why did I pay CD? For him. Why did I go get George Pickens? For him. Yes, he was right. I still got my money, and I got 2 first-round picks. I can go out and get some more players. Right. I can pay somebody else to come fill the void that Micah. But a franchise quarterback in the history of our game is no replacement.
See, but and to your point, just the lawyer in leave, I could look at it the other way, where if I keep Parsons and I trade Dak, because people see how good Dak is, I might could trade Dak and get even more picks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe another top defensive player, even more picks. Yeah. And ride with Joe Milton and stack up around Parsons and shoot my shot with a top defense in the league. You know what I'm saying? So he was right. He was right, but you could look at it from either way, man. Yeah. I feel like you really right when you have something to show for it. A tie on Sunday night Sunday night, that's not nothing to show for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So make these plays, get these players, or do whatever you're going to do with what you got for Parsons. Have something to show for it, and then say you right. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
You got lawyer in you?
Yeah, a little lawyer in me. I like to argue and shit.
You've dealt with a lot of lawyers.
Hired me and shit. That's why I'm here.
I keep telling y'all, that guy that was getting the picks doing everything, that's Lee.
Yeah, man, I like to argue and shit, man.
His lawyer, that's a key.
Yeah, I button up and shit. Got to be in them suits and shit.
How you say you got drafted?
Hey, I buttoned that shit up and turned that shit on. Hey, telling you, get real.
So I think if you're looking at a Dak versus Micah situation with the way Dak's playing right now, obviously you want Dak, right? This is a quarterback-driven league. And when you lose your quarterback to a trade, free agency, whatever it is, you automatically go into quarterback purgatory. You're screwed. Look at my Raiders. Not doing very well, but they were so quick to move on from Derek Carr. All the blame was on Derek Carr, right? Mm-hmm. They had terrible defenses. He never had a one receiver. Organizational dysfunction. And it all got blamed on Derek, but then Derek goes, and we see Jimmy Garoppolo, Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell. Now we got Geno Smith, right? If you get rid of your quarterback, it could be years before you find your guy.
Right.
Draft capital. Spending money, right? And you still might not get your guy. I feel like a pass rusher, Micah is unique and he is awesome and he is great, but you can draft pass rushers. You can go out and spend money on pass rushers. What Jerry didn't want to do was he didn't want to saddle himself to CD, Dak, and Micah with huge contracts. He was able to take that money, sign DeRon Bland, sign Tyler Smith. So it's reallocation of resources, and you do not want to be on the quarterback carousel nowadays because these kids coming out of college, you don't know what you're getting. Right. They're in the gun. They're at the line of scrimmage. They're looking over to the sideline. They got the poster boards up. They're telling them everything they need to do. You come to the NFL, you got to get in the huddle. You got to get under center. You got to do a lot of things that are uncomfortable. So if I'm looking at it, if I'm Jerry Jones, I'm looking at Dak and capital to build the rest of the roster. I'm going Dak plus my money every time.
Right. But if Dak get to these playoffs, he do the shit that he done in the past.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to look like a bad decision.
Well, that's the thing about Dak, right? We're always looking at Dak in crunch time, in big games, and things like this. I made the comment last night. They were coming out for one of those final drives of the fourth quarter, and I said to my girl, this is where Dak malfunctions. And this is where Dak has been judged for the last couple years of his career.
Yep.
Dak goes out there and does it last night. The tie it's trash. I mean,
that's wrong though. That's not where Dak is judged because we seen Dak, right? We seen Dak do this in the regular season before, right, Skip? Plenty of times. I mean, Richie wasn't a Cowboys fan, so he probably haven't been watching as close as we've been watching. But we seen that shit last night. We seen that plenty of times for years.
Well,
but not in crunch time.
Just 2 years ago, he was second in MVP.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So we seen that in crunch time, regular season crunch time.
Not in the playoffs.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So last night was Sunday night. It wasn't a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? So what you told your wife or your girlfriend, it might have been a little lie, Richie, because He don't cripple himself then. He go ham. It's regular season.
But we judge Dak off if he throws a pick in that game last night. Oh, Dak's ass. Dak's terrible. You know what I mean?
That's true.
We haven't seen him doing it in the playoffs. So every time it's go time in a game, Dak has to prove himself over and over and over again.
It was good practice for the playoffs. Big crunch time moment.
So here's Dak in the postseason. He's 2-5. He did play very well and outplay Russell Wilson in a home playoff game when Russ was riding highest in Seattle. They didn't have quite the Legion of Boom that they had. It was starting to decay. But then at Tampa against Tom Brady in his swan song right into the sunset game, Dak played great in that game, but Tampa was 8-9 that year and just stole the division, and it was kind of a mismatch. It was 31-14, so I can't put a lot of credibility in it. 5 other times, he stunk in playoff games to the point that it just ripped my guts out because you're better than that, because I've seen you for long stretches be better than that. Now to Jerry's point. First time I ever sat down with Jimmy Johnson, Jerry's good friend, I'm being sarcastic, Jimmy Johnson. He said to me, you win in football games with number 1, the quarterback, number 2, a man who can rush the quarterback, and number 3, a man who can shut down the quarterback's favorite receiver. Okay, so that's the pecking order from Jimmy Johnson. Well, it's clear. This is the biggest duh in the history of football, the most captain obvious point ever. You have to start with the quarterback. But second on that list is a guy who can disrupt the quarterback, as you did occasionally coming up the middle, frequently coming up the middle. So Jerry is stating the obvious, and he was front-running a little bit after the game because he's saying, I made a great trade because I picked the quarterback over the pass rusher. And obviously, if he had paid Micah the way Green Bay paid Micah as the highest paid non-quarterback in the whole league, we're going to be in some trouble if it doesn't pan out. If then Dak comes up small in the postseason and you'd be so strapped against the cap that it would be a disaster. You could be in line to have the first pick in the draft the next year because you couldn't do anything. And I'm going to warn the Green Bay Packers, yeah, it's all sweetness and light right now. At least it was after the first 2 home games. But going forward, you better be careful because next free agent period, you might have, I don't know how many free agents they have, but they might all leave because you can't pay any of them. You have committed a whole lot of money to your pass rusher. And I still say that last night, Jerry made the point, it came from the top down, from Jerry to the coaches, he will not eat tonight in my house.
Right.
So to your point of having, what's your thing about four eyes and
four hands, 4 eyes.
Okay, well, to your point, it was like 6.
Yeah.
Okay, because their game plan was don't let him show up, Jerry, on Sunday Night Football for all the world to see. So I don't think other teams will pay that much attention to Micah as they paid last night because, to your points, I don't know where Rashawn Gary was. He was quiet all night.
He was.
I can't even speak his name. His name didn't get called. Where I have to look, that's like Micah in playoff games, so I had to look back and say, was he hurt or did he play? Yeah, he played. He just didn't do anything. So Jerry is correct, and I believe Jerry long-term will win the trade, but then you have to turn around the draft picks that you got and the money you saved, and you better spend it wisely and pick wisely, and then we won't have the answer to this for like 5 years to look back and say.
Yeah.
It might happen next year, though.
Maybe,
He might go to the off season and
you think they're going to be way better next year?
You got them picks you could use to get a player.
You might at this trade deadline.
Yeah, you have your quarterback. Just keep drafting pass rushers. Keep drafting defensive backs. Keep drafting.
And they might not be Parsons, but you can try.
You can develop a pass rusher, and you can develop a fleet of them. You have good defensive line coaches, Rod Marinelli, and guys like that. You can get a couple guys going.
Yeah.
You can get a couple guys you can rotate in. I think with Dak, it's not only the playoff, not the success in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think him turning the ball over in critical situations. That's how I judge Dak. He can ball out all game, and he's definitely got the tools. He's a baller. I mean, he's on fire. But it's the turnovers in critical junctures of the game where Dak has been judged so far.
He has.
Last point about Green Bay. They might be in trouble defensively. A lot of reasons what Aqib said. but we've all just said they got 4 hands, 4 eyes on Micah, sometimes 6. And Rashawn Gary didn't do what he was supposed to. That's the blueprint moving forward.
Yeah.
Right.
They lost the D tackle. Let's not forget. They lost the starting D tackle.
They did.
Now they're going to say, stop him, make him beat us.
Right.
And if he can't do it, because like you said, Richie, these are all backups. They're going to be playing backups the rest of the year.
Right.
Some, maybe, whatever.
Right.
But that's something to keep an eye on because they know he's who Micah is what makes everything go.
Yeah.
That's why Rashawn Gary was leading in sacks. But if we can keep eyes on him, he has to beat us. And I don't know if he can. Maybe he will. I don't know. But I feel like that's the blueprint. Now they're going to say, oh, we're going to see. We're going to test it.
Right.
Okay, and the last quick point, and you can laugh if you want, but I like James Houston rushing the passer.
No, I like him.
Yeah, I really do. And I like Ezra Rawakua, the rookie
But like
from
you
Boston
said,
College.
You can coach a guy like that, the guy that's got the skill set, you can coach him up.
Yeah.
You can't coach nobody to be no damn Parsons.
No.
Go ahead.
No. Heck no.
Well, you guys were talking about Dak struggling in the playoffs. Obviously, we know about that. But another person who struggles in the playoffs is Lamar Jackson. And now we got to wonder, are they even going to make the playoffs,
Yeah.
right?
God.
Blowout loss to the Chiefs last night or yesterday and wasn't looking good. I had a lot of hopes for the Ravens. I had them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm going to resign that. I'm going to pull that back, change my mind. And so they're starting 1-3 for the first time in the Lamar era. So, Richie, are the Ravens done?
Whew, this is a tough question.
Yeah.
I had them playing the Bills in the AFC Championship. Bills going to the Super Bowl, winning it. Go Bills. They're not done, but they are on life support. They're on life support, and that nurse is about to pick up that phone and call the priest to come down and give you the last rites.
All your family.
Get your affairs in order. Lamar's pressing. Lamar can't do it all on his own. They can't get Derrick Henry going. They got Derrick Henry going in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Henry's been held to 50 or fewer rushing yards in 3 straight games. Then you factor in the fumbles. You factor in Lamar turning the ball over. Things are starting to mount up for the Baltimore Ravens. Injuries, subpar play, offensive line. I have major question marks about that offensive line. They have some big bodies up front, but they're not moving bodies off the line of scrimmage. Derrick Henry doesn't have these big gaping holes. I think Baltimore is set up to front run. I think Baltimore's game plan is we're going to come out, we're going to hand it to Derrick Henry 20 times. Lamar's going to pick you apart, make some plays with his feet, deliver the ball accurately, and play action pass. We're not seeing that. We're seeing a team completely in disarray. They had a bunch of guys out. They had Matabike out. They had a bunch of defenders out. And then they lose Ronnie Stanley, Roquan Smith, Wiggins, Lamar with the hamstring. The buzzards are circling. They're not dead yet, but there's the buzzards circling, and they're starting to make some phone calls.
And that's coming from the guys who crowned them. They was damn near crowned. They score 40 a game.
37
a game, and they gonna do. That's coming from y'all. So coming from Lee, I don't think they done. I actually think that they battle tested. You know what I'm saying? You start the season off with the Bills, the Lions, and the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Them your 3 L's right there. You know exactly what type of team you are. You know what I'm saying? After those 3 games. Now you 1-3, but you look at your schedule coming up. Who you play? Who we got left on our plate? Texans, Bears, Dolphins.
Well, you missed they got the Rams after the.
Yeah, I'm just going. No particular order. It's just on our plate.
Cherry picking.
Yeah. We got the Vikings. They solid, but they quarterback young. Browns, Jets. Bengals twice. Steelers. Patriots. I feel like with every team I just named, they're going to beat them. They're going to beat the Bengals twice. They're going to split with the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? I like them to still come out with 10 wins, maybe 11 wins, and still compete for the division. You know what I'm saying? You got to me, that was the toughest start in the league. You got probably, even your game that was light, it was the Browns.
Yeah.
And they got a dog-ass defense. You know what I'm saying? Then you go Bills, Lions, Chiefs.
2 on the road.
2 on the road. Look, I feel like that was one of the hardest starts in the entire NFL. So I'll give them credit. Yeah, of course, they had injuries. They're going to get guys back. But one thing about the Ravens team is they deep, man. That's what they can hold their hat on. They can hang their hat on that shit. They deep. So I like them to beat the Texans, the Bears, the Dolphins, the Vikings, the Browns, the Jets. I like them to beat the Bengals twice, split with the Steelers, beat the Patriots. I think they come out with the same record as the Steelers. Probably still win the division. If they don't, they'd be the 5th or 6th seed. So I still like it.
Yeah, I don't think they done either. But like we said, we all got concerns. That defense is bad, man. That defense is bad, and what they did is, I mean, it is Spags, but like Aqib said, they played the 2 teams that were in the AFC Championship last year. They played them both in their house. And what they did to Lamar is, which is what his Achilles heel has been, they packed the middle of the field, make throws outside the numbers. Stop the run, make Lamar make throws. And then the defense, you need help. You need your team to help you. That's what we're seeing from Philly. Offense good in the first half, nothing in the second half, but the defense was solid the whole time. Special teams helped them out. So I don't think they done mainly for the reasons he says the schedule. It's the schedule. And they got winning pedigree inside their building. The thing I love about when I was a free agent, when I left Tampa, one of the places that I almost went was Baltimore. When I went in that building, you can sense everything that's inside the building with the tradition. They had all the Hall of Famers and the top players was back, and they just know how to win. Harbaugh knows how to win, and they got a lot of vets. You know, they got injuries on defense. So I don't think it's done. They got to get Derrick Henry going. Lamar, if he is hampered by his hamstring, he just go out to sit back there and make throws now.
Ain't nothing wrong with Lamar.
Cooper Rush.
I agree with you. I think he.
Ain't nothing wrong with Lamar.
I don't want to speculate, but I'm on the outside of the fence of I think Lamar just was like, yeah, I'm done.
I've had enough today.
I think he's fine, but no, they not done. They not done. I still believe they can make the playoffs, but defensively, man, they don't have a shot if they don't fix their defense. They don't, and I thought this was going to be one of the best defenses in football.
God. They finished that game down 7 defensive starters.
Right.
It was just hard to watch.
Yeah, they got to get healthy, man. It wasn't what I thought. The game we watched the Sunday night is what I thought I was about to watch with that game.
Right.
It was swapped. The game
tapped that ass.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. And to the Chiefs' point, man, Aqib was saying it's the Chiefs. And for my basis of grading, the same way I feel about Jalen Hurts and Ty Bowles, they got their number. But more so, you insert one person in that Chiefs offense. When Xavier Worthy came back, it opened everything up.
Hell yeah.
And as long as 15 is there and Big Red is there, this Chiefs team is going to be scary. And Richie Rice is not even back.
And they're getting Richie Rice.
So it's not like...
So everybody back on the Chiefs bandwagon now, right?
The dynasty,
Richie, Gerald.
The dynasty's not over.
The dynasty not over, right? Okay, all right, here we go.
No,
Here we go.
I never said that the Chiefs was out of it. 1-3. This is the Chiefs we talking about. Them starting 1 like that, I never was concerned about that. It was this particular game. But shoot, they got beat on yesterday. So
okay, if you tell me that all 7 of those defensive starters can't come back this year, which I have no idea about what's going to happen to their injuries, but if you tell me they can't come back, they're done because that's just too many bodies of high quality and high character. And I love the Ravens and I love Ozzie Newsome and I believe in their culture in play like a Raven. I just believe that they embody that. Lamar embodies that. But you can't lose 7 starters and lose Ronnie Stanley, and that's going to happen. It's going to be 37-20. That's okay. So now I step back and I look at the Ravens for this year. So what have we seen? They're up 40-25 at Buffalo after 3 quarters on opening. Was it Sunday night or I think it was Sunday night, right?
Yep.
Okay, 40-25, and you know what happened? They beat Cleveland 41-17. Cleveland's, they're legit on defense, and they had some special teams, turnovers, all that. Okay, I give you, but 41-17 was pretty impressive to me for a division game. They're up 21-14 on Detroit at home in the 3rd quarter. So you got it, again, Detroit played lights out, played about as solid a football game as you can play, where you made every play down the stretch. I give it up to Detroit. Now it looks like, and that was your pick, it looked like they finally caught fire after they got punched in the mouth, knocked on their ass in the opening at Green Bay. Okay, and then yesterday, Lamar goes, 70 yards in 9 plays to start that game at Kansas City yesterday, and they go score, and it's 7-0. He hits Justice Hill, 11 yards, touchdown, and then after that, there was no justice for Baltimore because they get no break. The guys are just dropping like flies, and when you take all those starters out, Patrick's going to have a field day, and Worthy changed life. He did. And all of a sudden, Tyquan Thornton looks like Worthy. Now he's got 2. And Rashee Rice is coming back, and then you're going to have 3, and then you'll be back in the saddle. But I'm with you when I look at the schedule. I'm just looking at the next. They got 2 home games against the Texans, who did sort of bounce back to life yesterday.
Good.
For what it's, and they do have a legit defense. Baltimore has to figure out how to beat the Texans because there's only one team in the history of the league. It was the 1978 Bum Phillips Houston Oilers that made the playoffs off 1-4. So if you lose at home to the Texans, the odds are so stacked against you to do what you're talking about, even though the schedule screams yes, yes, yes. Okay, then they got another home game against the Rams after a 5-hour flight, right? So can you figure out how to win those 2 games? Because then you get a bye week, and maybe everybody starts to come back, quote unquote, healthy, right? And then you're back in business because Joe Burrow ain't there anymore. That changed the whole division. Without you love Joe Burrow, I love Joe Burrow, but it's that just changed everybody's life because all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers is saying, "We got a shot here, man. Maybe we can do this." Yeah. And Baltimore is saying, "Well, if there's no Joe Burrow, can we go WW on those 2 games? Can we just mark those down as wins?" It looks like it right now. So it's hard to write them off unless they go home and lose to the Texans because Lamar can't go. What if it is Cooper Rush? And I like Cooper Rush, but what if you lose that game? 1-4. I don't know if you can pick yourself up off the mat at 1.
If they go 1-4, I change what I said here.
Yeah.
But I think they shake back at home.
Yeah.
Harbaugh, he know how to get them guys.
He does.
And shit, you lost 7 starters on defense. Well, maybe it's a good thing because this defense been giving up damn 35 points a game anyway.
Yeah.
We need a damn change. You know what I'm saying? We need some new energy in here. Yeah, that's some fresh bodies. You know what I'm saying? So maybe these guys will lock in, do their job a little bit better, and maybe you give up 23 points this week, and then you go out and still score 30. Yep. So the defense wasn't playing that damn good anyway. You know what I'm saying? But I can see them going against lesser opponents and getting it going. Pittsburgh defense started off slow. And you look at them now, right? They're cooking right now. So we seen it.
Some different players over there, though.
I mean, but we seen it happen before. I mean, you got Matabuke, you got you got good players on Baltimore defense too. Damn good players on Baltimore. Humphrey, bro, you got
Roquan.
Yeah, Roquan. You got damn good players on Baltimore defense, but for whatever reason, they just not clicking right now.
Wiggins is a really good player.
Wiggins is a good young corner, man.
Humphrey's good.
You gotta get a Woozy ass out of there. I don't really like him at corner.
Former Cowboy.
Hey, I ain't like him when he was in Dallas.
I didn't either.
You know what I'm saying? So you got some work to do on defense, but against lesser opponents, I feel like they'll shake back. I don't know. I'm not saying it's going to end well Super Bowl. Yeah. Them football guys still on their ass. Yeah. They going to stay on their ass. It's going to look a little bit better. They're going to tease you. Then they'll be back.
Raven's going to Raven.
They're going to Raven again. They're going to give you 10. They're going to give you an 8-game win streak, right? Just so you can, we back. Then they're going to remind Lamar that, hey, your ass won at this offseason, so they're going to start Raven again.
You love that.
Telling you, that shit real, Kenzie.
I think the biggest thing is when we tee up Baltimore every week, they're bigger, they're more physical, they're more sound, they play special teams, all these things. And I think the Detroit game was an eye-opening experience because Detroit went in there and bodied them up.
They did.
They had Sonic and Hedgehog going nuts. David Montgomery ran possessed. And I think that's where I'm starting to doubt them. Are they big? Are they physical? Are they physical enough in the trenches on offense? Defensively, they're missing a bunch of ponies up front, right?
Yeah.
Can they recapture their edge, which is being bigger, more physical, grind you up in the run game, and play defense? Aqib said it last week, their defense has given up a ton of points. That's where they usually hang their hat. Playing suffocating defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and let Lamar do his thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what, I mean, we seen it with Pittsburgh. They had kind of the same formula, except Lamar has been good at quarterback. So, yeah, I think we are. They not done.
Okay, looks like we got some hope. And
little hope.
in the arena. A little hope for the
Yep.
Ravens. Okay, now let's move on to a little drama, kind of end the show with a little drama. But this time it's not with the players, it's two coaches.
Ugh.
So I want to show it. I think a lot of you guys might have seen this, but so kind of hard to hear there, but Coen is like, keep my name out of your mouth. Apparently Robert went on a press conference and said that there was something along the lines of, what was it? Legal sign stealing.
Right.
So
Yep.
I would like to know, Gerald, who do you think is in the right here?
Shoot, I'm with Robert Salah. He said
Are
what
you
he
really?
said, and then he walked up on him. Like, I can see if you said that and then you tried to avoid talking to him. But he said what he said. He walked up on, like, if
He
you
had some
like, if
words.
Aqib said something about somebody, he ain't gonna avoid you. I said what I said, and
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. So I'm with him because he said what he said, and then he approached him after the game. If he said what he said and then ducked talking to him, all right, cool. But also, Coen, I'm never gonna side with a guy. I got a little thing with y'all know I love Tampa and kind of how he did Tampa, but I'm a family man first. There's nothing I would do here at the network with the Bucs or any team I ever played for where I use my kid as an excuse. He told Tampa that he was at a doctor's appointment with his son and he was doing a job interview. I'll never side with a person who do that.
Okay.
I'm never going to include my family, especially my children, when it comes to work, all because I don't want to be honest enough to say what I'm really doing. You could have came up with anything that you was doing. I'm at a doctor's appointment with my son, and you was doing a job interview. Nah, I'll never rock with you. You doing that because I love my kids too much.
It's a little personal for you.
Yeah, I love my kids too much.
He just
my
mad
family
because
too much.
Liam slid Tampa. His little
No,
friend.
no,
You know how that go.
No, because he can go,
Because I
but
use
when
my
he,
kids. Hey, man, look, Brill got this going on, bro. I
not
can't
a
make
doctor's
it.
appointment, man.
And I can't make that party, bro. Brill got this game.
Nah,
Barry got
I
this
can't
going
rock
on.
with it.
I can't make it. But I
can't
use
make
my
it.
kids in the
I
heartbeat.
can't rock with it.
Especially if it was a $12 million job on the line and y'all wasn't really gonna let me go. Hey.
Well, you can't do that, and then now you tough with him.
Well, I mean, he ain't tough. He ain't tough, period.
That's what I'm saying.
Because Robert Salah knock his block off.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like,
You
you
ain't
ain't,
really
you
tough,
ain't
period.
tough.
So I'm with Robert
Let's
Salah
stop
on this.
there.
I'm going with
Yeah.
his side. He ain't really say nothing wrong.
Yeah.
He said 2 or 3 times. It's perfectly legal. It ain't nothing illegal about what they do, but they do a great job. Sean McVay, whole tree. He really showed love.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all do an excellent job of motioning, of getting us in this look, shifting over here. So y'all have to check. And once we see that check, okay, now we can get to the best play because we know what all y'all signs mean. And it's not like just Sean McVay tree do it. Everybody in the league do it. Tom them used to do it. Everybody in the league do it. So what good defenses like ourselves, what we do, we change our signs. We make sure we know shit. I make sure Roby ass is woke in these meetings so we don't gotta talk.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We don't gotta say, when they motion here, we don't gotta say box. We just look at each other, bet. We know what we in. We don't gotta signal because we're good defenses. So good defenses has to adjust to good offense. Good offense going move around, make you communicate. If you say, hey, box, we know they in box. We know what play can beat box. That's the play we gonna run. That's football. We are in the National Football League here. It's gamesmanship. So, hey, yeah, everybody got to get better. I mean, Robert Salah ain't do nothing wrong. He said it in front of a camera, but he said 2-3 times as well. There's nothing illegal about it. I ain't saying they cheating. I'm saying they do a great fucking job. So we got to do a great fucking job. Liam with the false tough guy shit, bro.
Cut it out.
Come on now.
Cut it out,
Relax.
man.
Come on
Relax,
now.
fam.
You want
Cut
to
it
look
out.
tough.
What about
You wanna
to
look
Come
tough.
on now.
I wouldn't have held him back. I would have let him say that shit. I said, go ahead, coach, go look at him. You would have slammed on them brakes and went back the other way.
I'm right with Liam Coen on this one.
Oh.
Salah said what he said. He said, we live in the era of sign stealing. We just had the Michigan scandal.
We did.
There are people out there stealing signs. He misspoke, but what he said was stupid. I'm right with Liam Coen. 26-21 victory. 32 rushes, 151 yards. Lawrence efficient, 21 of 31, 174 yards. Touchdown. Keep my name out your fucking mouth and hold this L. I'm riding with Coen. I'm riding with the winner. You know, Coen's a little nerdy, and he had his introductory. He had his ball.
Yeah.
But this is a young team, and this is a young team that's been beat up for the last several years. So I'm riding with Coen. Little fisticuffs after, Salah whoop his ass.
He would.
But now Coen could go back, and now he's rallying the troops. He's building that momentum, and that's why I'm riding with the winner on this one.
I mean, I love what Coen is doing in Duval, though. He's
doing
a
it.
winner himself, first of all.
He's doing it.
He got a team full of winners, man. You put all them winners together, eventually they're going to fucking start winning.
Right.
But the fake tough guy shit, let somebody else do that. You know what I'm saying? You got enough coaches on your staff, pick the toughest coach and tell him, hey, go check that shit for me. Just say something to him for me, bro. Like, let the tough guy be the tough guy. You be the nerd. And, bro, just stay in your lane.
Good with, even whether it was right or whether it was wrong, he said what he said. And after the game, he walked up to Coen.
Right.
So if I'm going to say what I'm going to say, I'm going to be man enough to, hey.
He ain't say nothing wrong, though.
I'm saying, whether it was wrong or right, he said what he said, and it was an issue.
Right.
So he walked up to him. So I'm with the guy who said what I said, and I approached you. You didn't approach me. When I walked up to you, yes. When
he was on his way. He
walked up to him, and Coen turned like, nah, we ain't doing that. But he said what he said. I walk up to you, and you turn your back. I'm good with Robert Saleh. I'm straight. I don't think he said nothing wrong.
I'm riding with Richie on this.
Ooh, we got to divide the arena.
I'm no fan of Liam Cohen's. I'm not. But Salah was out of line to speak that publicly. It's just before a game. So the quote was that he told the media, this is Salah, they've got legally a really advanced sign-stealing type of system where they always find a way to put themselves in an advantageous position.
Right.
Okay, between the lines, you're accusing them of cheating.
No, you're
legally.
not.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Okay, Belichick got busted for this. It was called Spygate because there's a rule you cannot videotape.
But that's
what he was.
He ain't saying they videotape.
that was
He said,
Spygate.
he really said it's the sign stealing that's on the field, like we do. If last week you looked at a receiver and you did like this and you threw him a hitch, then the next week I watched tape, you looked at him, you did like this, and you threw him a hitch. When I'm playing them, if you do like this, I'm gonna say, oh shit, hey, bub, my free safety, hit me, I'm gone.
I know, but that's you.
Yeah, but that's sign stealing. That's sign stealing.
Okay.
That's sign stealing on the field. That's gamesmanship. That's you better get better. You better change it. You better change
just
this.
observe it.
Why would Robert Saleh
you're
even
good.
bring it up before a game? Because he provided a little rocket fuel for the visiting team, and they did win the football game.
Yeah.
And it was eat this L. That's what he's saying at the end of the game.
I think he was being petty, but whatever.
Okay. Well, okay.
I don't even think he was being petty. He just said, shit, we got to be good.
Okay. So
As
here's
an
what
offense.
Saleh says on the field to him. I'm just going to read his quote. Saleh responded to him, I will fuck your world up. Okay?
Exactly.
Okay,
I will beat the
to
dog
me-
shit out you.
Okay,
you know?
okay. That to me was a little grade schooly. Like that's just a little bit like playgroundy. Like you can do better than that. You can come up with something.
you gotta
stronger
admit
than that.
he would have.
That sounded like fake tough guy to me. Even though I agree, Salah would kick his ass up and down the field. He just would.
He would do exactly what he said. He will fuck his
You're
world
right,
up.
right.
He will wake up and his world will be fucked up. Like, where
Okay.
the fuck am I?
Okay, but
telling you.
I don't really think he's going to do that, right?
He can't.
But
I mean, okay.
No one was
Also,
holding Salah back. Salah had a line to him.
Nah, he
was holding himself back.
He's
He was
not
kinda like-
He's not reaching
He's like,
on
all
nobody.
right,
Now somebody come say that shit to Richie. Richie gonna get on him.
right
there.
No doubt.
Lord
Salah
have
ain't
mercy.
Richie though. He can't do that. He got to be a business.
Gotta be a pro.
He got to be a pro.
To Keith's point, I ain't gonna say who it is, what coach or what team, but there's a thing called the KGB, and what they do is they record the TV copies, and you listen to snap counts
all day long.
You listen to checks,
Okay.
and you do all of that.
Offensive line calls.
Yeah, offensive
that was
line
real big. We
calls
used to have
and
to
all-
code a
that's
lot
what
of
I'm saying.
stuff.
Okay.
Because that's the
I used to-
NFL. Just
say
the
all
way
that.
playing.
So
Then
this-
why would Salah say it publicly? Because it's everybody knows.
Because like Keith said, he doesn't think that he's saying anything
He ain't
wrong.
saying nothing wrong.
But
He
he's
just saying
like,
they
oh,
do a great job. I'm
clearly,
showing y'all
yeah.
love. They do a great fucking job, like legally sign stealing.
But that's
so we
like
gotta be good.
that's a positive negative comment, right?
man.
Passive aggressive, man.
It's still the team you're playing. You're not going to fool the
He's telling
team.
the
huh?
truth.
Yeah.
He said, bro, and nobody better than that shit than the guys who come from Sean McVay tree because it's true. That's why you see Sean them every LaFleur,
I know.
Kevin O'Connell.
They are.
Sean.
Yeah.
Liam. All of them got big dog ass offenses because they follow that same format. They get into the best fucking play possible. And that got a lot to do with it.
I also think they had a little conversation because you see Shanahan comment afterwards.
Yeah, I did.
Like, you know, it's a little sensitive. I think they looked at Liam like, I say what I want.
Hey, yeah, bro. Like Shanahan, because Shanahan know we do it too. He part of McVay tree. They like brothers, and they started their own tree with the same offense.
And you know who started the whole tree was his father.
Exactly. His dad started. Both of them came from that same tree.
That's right.
So he do it himself. So that's what he said, bro. I think it was a little sensitive, bro. Like the whole league know we the best at it. Everybody try to do it. We the best at it. Robert said something about it. Said the defense got to be good. Thought Liam was a little sensitive, bro. It's like, chill out, man.
I kind of like the coaches get, show a little. I remember
Get the boys fired up. Talk a little shit after that
Jim
dub.
Schwartz and Harbaugh got into it in Detroit.
And by the way, Salah was a finalist for the Jacksonville job.
I think that's a little source of information.
Yeah, a little petty.
For sure. Salah thought I should have got the job. You give it to this nerd.
I think Salah said, man, I'm gonna say what I want. He ain't about nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing.
I see him at the coaches.
Right. You gonna see what he about there.
Well, we got a divided arena. We are gonna end that here. But tonight we have a double header on Monday Night Football. We got New York Jets versus the Dolphins, and then we got the Bengals versus the Broncos. Hopefully Jake Brownie shows up today.
Let's go,
But either way, we're gonna be back on this couch tomorrow, Tuesday at 11:30 a.m. PST. So thank you so much, Underdog. Thank you to the Arena Boys. We will see you tomorrow.